Hey, what's Gucci gamers? Welcome back to the Apple and Friends podcast. I'm Apple as usual. With me is my co-host Erin
Hello.
and our two guests who can introduce themselves because I'm not going to do it.
Hi, I'm
Those
Ozu. I introduced myself too fast. I'm Ozu.
You introduced yourself too slow.
Oh my god.
Shut up.
Alright, that's Ozu. Who's our other guest?
It's Wing!
It's Wing.
My best friend Wing.
Yay.
Shit. This is our second time recording the opening, so I already fucking forgot what I was supposed to say.
What kind of episode is this, Apple?
Yeah, shut up. I was about to get to that. This is explicitly a JoJo podcast. Not to date this episode, but Diamond is Unbreakable just finished the other day. So we decided to do a podcast just about JoJo. So all our questions, this is still like a question answering podcast like normal, but it's just about JoJo stuff. Only JoJo, all the time. Have a fucking JoJo sesh, babes.
Oh, yes.
Other than that, it's going to be normal. It'll probably run for the same amount of time. Well, you'll be able to see the fucking...
the last one was like an hour and 45 minutes.
But the one before that was an hour and 37 minutes.
It was an hour and 36 minutes because I listened to it yesterday.
So fuck off.
Thanks.
They were like the same length.
Yeah.
I know, but that length was too long.
No, it's fine.
Time don't exist.
Everybody listened to it. Nobody was like, this is too long. It sucks.
I honestly, I think it's better, like, it's more entertaining and more organic if you go for, like, as long as the topics need to be rushed as opposed to, like, trying to...
Yeah,
Well, we had to kind of wrap it up.
I'm just complaining because I have to edit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did like sort of rush it last time because Flowers might have had to have left.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But what the fuck was Flowers even doing at like 11:30
Chasing
at night?
a chicken, probably.
Call out post for
No, that's
Flowers.
Tep.
What the fuck were you doing? Did we tell that story on the first podcast that we recorded it twice? Like we recorded like 10 minutes of it, and then we had to
Tep wasn't
stop
there.
because we were just gonna have to go without Tep, and we had to stop and start all over again because Tep showed up 10 minutes late because she was out chasing one of her fucking chickens.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It did happen.
JoJo. So let's just dive into the first. Well, do you want to talk about Diamonds Unbreakable first before we go to questions?
Yeah, last episode just aired.
Yeah, last episode
what
just
did everybody
aired.
think?
It was great. It was better than I thought it'd be. Oh, no. Well, I mean, it was. I hoped that there would be an epilogue of some kind, because that was my biggest complaint about the manga of Part 4. It just ends.
Well, there was sort of like a "Where are they now?" montage sort of thing.
Even really, like barely, and it was only for like
a few characters,
like 3
yeah.
characters. Like, and Josuke wasn't one of them. Well, Josuke
I'm glad we
that
got to
last
see
scene at the
Rohan
dock,
stretching
but
his fingers. That was good.
yeah. So like in the
That was a
manga,
neat little nod.
if you haven't read the manga, like after Kira dies, it kind of just stops happening. Like the manga just kind of stops.
Yeah.
Like, dead in its tracks, and the anime still does that, but at least they had like a more extended like Where Are They Now, like with Okuyasu and his dad, and even the fucking alien boy, whose name, despite how much I love him, despite how much I love him, I can't pronounce his name correctly.
Just say Space Legolas.
Yeah, Alien
Don't.
Legolas. I was thinking that like because he was hanging out with the Superfly guy.
Yeah, that guy. His
he
name
was
I
like-
also can't remember.
Who cares about him?
Yeah.
And he was like
Not
standing
me.
on top of Superfly, like, what do your fucking space elf eyes see? It's Moriochi.
It apparently sees all of Morio.
Yeah. Other
Yeah.
than that, it was just a 1-to-1 recreation of, the fucking manga. I guess I'm disappointed because I hoped that they would confirm Part 5, but
Yeah, I was really hoping the last
just
scene would be like
it could
Koichi
have been
in
like
Italy.
a tent, like just
Anything.
Koichi walking to the fucking airport.
Yeah, honestly.
Just anything, or like just
Like I
something.
literally, I forgot who like the narrator of Part 4 was. Was it like an older Koichi?
No, well,
Like somebody was narrating at the end. Was it Koichi?
Yeah, it was Koichi. Because Koichi starts narrate like the beginning, the first part of part 4 is Koichi
Oh yeah,
narrating like
I completely forgot
how he
that.
met Jotaro and Josuke, which is weird because
I was
Koichi
hoping the
isn't.
ending narration would lead into him like
Yeah, they could
teasing
have.
his next adventure or some shit.
Speaking of narrators, did you know the narrator, like the guy who's been narrating since like part 1?
That guy, yeah.
Yeah, he played Stray Cat.
What?
Yeah, he was Stray Cat.
The real
too.
star.
Yeah.
Like straight up Frank Welkering the cat noises.
I don't believe they're not going to confirm part 5. Like, I truly believe part 5 will get animated.
Imagine if they just skipped it and went to Stone Ocean. I would cry.
I would murder somebody. I can't.
Yeah.
Part 5 is my favorite part.
From
part
all
5
accounts,
isn't even my favorite part, but I would be really sad if they skipped it.
From all accounts that I understand, the part 4 anime did really great.
Yeah, I know that there was a point where the anime staff, I think David Production actually released like some
fucking.
Oh, I know what you're talking
character
about.
designs. They released character designs for an anime
like...
version of part 5, but it was like done in like an unofficial context, so it wasn't like part 5 is confirmed.
It's a good sign, but it doesn't really mean anything.
I think they drew those like when part 3 was being developed, like during part 3's run though.
They shared my passion for part 5 for gang stars.
Yeah. Well, Japan fucking loves part 5, don't they?
I love part 5.
That's what I hear. Yeah, I hear people like part 5 over there more than like Westerners do.
A big issue with that is the part 5 translation.
Yeah,
is
that's part of the issue.
Yeah,
like y'all are so fucking lucky that you have like an actual good translation of part 4.
Even still, like when I read part 5, which was a couple of months ago, when I finished part 5, like the good scans run out. Like Jojo's
you run out of the colored.
You run out of the colors
of the
like
good
during the first
scans.
chapter of Sex Pistols, which is like chapter fucking like
Child.
And
8.
I'm like, I'm a fucking idiot and I can't read, so it was like it was really hard for me to.
So the rest
pay
of it's in
attention.
black and white, and then I don't know how far they are now because whoever's doing the new black and white scans is JoJo's Colored Adventure, which doesn't make sense, but whatever. Where I stopped, I think it was like in the middle of Green Day and Oasis. The good scans run out, and they're like, the typesetting isn't like fucking Comic Sans.
Yeah.
Listen, children.
But
when
yeah.
Listen, I'm the JoJo grandma. I've been in the JoJo fandom since 2010, and
we're all the fucking chillins.
Listen, I read Duang. When I read part 4, the only available option was Duang. Like they were
this is
trying.
Something I've only heard about in Legend. I've never experienced it.
Oh, you should.
It's something. It is something.
If you ever get a hankering to reread part 4, you should read Duang.
It's like it's good if you have an alternative to actually like get through it and read the story.
Yeah, but it's pretty difficult.
It's pretty terrible. Somebody was rescanlating it at the point when I was reading it, but they only got up to the Red Hot Chili Peppers arc, and then I was like, I want to read the rest of part 4, so I read Duang for the rest of the entire thing. And
That's awesome.
Wing, you're anime only, aren't you? You've only read up till the end of part 4.
Well, you're basically anime only.
Well, that's not true.
You used to be anime only.
I was,
did too,
and now I'm not anymore.
No, you're not anymore.
Wing, my question to you is, how do you feel... what?
No, I'll wait.
I want Wing to talk more.
No,
She's
Wing.
really quiet.
Wing, talk more.
Yeah.
Well, you were about to ask me a question, so...
I was just being mean. Anyway, my question is, how do you feel about part 5? Like, not having read it, are you excited for the anime? Do you think you'll start reading the manga when the anime starts?
Do it.
I'm curious. I mean,
I'm
anxious to see if Giorno has more than 2 expressions of cocky and I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Don't talk about my son that way.
He doesn't.
I mean, that's all I've gleaned from...
He doesn't know ever what's going on.
Well, it seems to like alternate.
Actually, he seems to always exactly know what's going on.
But he just doesn't like do anything. I love Giorno. I think he's a very subtle character. It's nice in comparison to like Josuke.
That bit your left ass cheek.
A classic post. Missed it. We need your gun.
Like that post is so. The Sex Pistols post and the Cold Experience post are so on point.
I'm just going to use a screenshot of that as the image for this podcast.
Okay.
Good idea. I think we should still use Koichi Hustle Those Buns though.
Oh, you're right. We definitely need to use that. You're right. I'm sorry. Hustle those buns.
Hustle those buns, Koichi.
He's so small. Why is
that.
he so small?
It's so fucking funny because he's supposed to be not that small. He's like
Wing drew
five.
that once.
What is he, like 5'10" or something?
He's supposed to come up to Josuke's shoulder.
Yeah.
Wing drew that once. It was a cursed image.
Oh, that's right.
It was not a cursed image. It was a blessed image.
You called it a cursed image at the time.
I was wrong.
Your perspective has changed.
Wing,
he's
you
pocket
didn't.
sized.
Aaron, did you read any of the? Did you go back and read any of the earlier Part 4 stuff? Like, did you see the phenomenon of people shrinking to Koichi's height?
No, I didn't.
Oh
no,
my
I really
God.
need to.
Wing, do you know about that?
Yeah, I know of it.
What?
I've not read it.
Everybody,
What?
everybody. I think everybody knows about that fucking phenomenon.
Yeah,
I don't.
people would all of a
Phenomenon.
sudden just get like really, really tiny. The
There
one
are
guy
two
in particular.
people. There are two
What?
people who, after being defeated by Josuke in the group, they would just shrink like 5 feet and be like Koichi's like proportions, like
Yeah.
the lock, the guy who uses the lock. He was
Yeah.
like a
Tamami and the creeper
big. Yeah,
otaku
he was
kid.
like a big buff dude, like a big like ugly imposing dude, like most JoJo villains.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as Koichi beat him, not even like the next arc, I mean like the next fucking page,
He's tiny.
he was suddenly Koichi's size. And nobody comments
It's
on
his
this.
secondary stand power, yeah.
Yeah. Echo's Act 1 makes people smaller when he beats them. And then the surface guy shrunk too, which is interesting because he wasn't defeated by Koichi had nothing to do with that arc, I think. And I mean
So-
Koichi was in that arc, but Koichi had no part in beating Surface.
Yeah. Interesting.
So
Yeah,
like
I really do need to go back and read the earlier manga.
the only problem with the Part 4 manga is like the early stuff, like up until like the Pearl Jam arc.
The art style?
The art style is like the leftovers from Part 3, so it's like
Still got tire shoulders and everything.
Josuke
Yeah.
looks like a fucking evil demon, man.
Yeah. Early Josuke's pretty rough.
Honestly,
You could
that's
take
the hardest part about reading the early manga.
Is that Josuke
Part
looks like a
1.
fucking demon, man?
That I mean, like that.
Yes,
but
even in
also, like,
Phantom Blood.
like the Part 1 and Part 2 manga can be
I
kind
don't
of
know.
rough
I never
because
had. Okay,
Jonathan's
only issue-
fucking arms.
I
His
love.
arms are
there's,
like
there's,
his arms. They're like
they're like
you
they're
could
like
wrap
big.
You
He's
could
a
wrap
big
a
boy.
meter stick around those things.
I love Part 2's style because Araki breaks people's arms on like a page by page basis.
Yeah.
Like
Did you
there's
see-
one. I think there's one in Part 1 too where Jonathan's arm is like hyperextended twice,
Yeah.
and it's like his arm is like 10 fucking feet long.
Remember
it's awesome.
remember
That's the real power of Zoom Punch.
Yeah.
Remember the shot from behind the scenes where they're like showing how they made
Oh,
from the
from
They
the-
fucking
Part
broke
2.
Caesar's arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like had to like
That's
mutilate Caesar's
bullcrap,
model.
though. That's bullcrap because it is physically possible
that
to do
the
that
pose is
It
physically
might
possible.
not have been possible for the model though.
Listen, like animation does not follow real human.
Yeah, I can
No.
do it right. Like I'm doing it right now. It's totally
I'm also
possible.
doing it. We're connected through this stupid
We're all
shitty
doing it.
pose.
Yeah.
Well, the OP people need to get good.
I'm
When?
surprised that they abandoned the 3D models for the OPs in
See,
Part
it
4.
was
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
they
not
did, didn't
actually
they?
it was the openings for Part 1 and Part 2 were not actually done by David Pro. Like they outsourced
Really?
the
Oh,
animation for that to another
What
company.
about Part? That makes
Like that's
a
why
lot
it was that's why it was like the 3D and stuff. If I recall correctly, they actually had another company do that.
that makes
so-
sense.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because
But
the
they were
same
really,
company did some other stuff for like the
But I
for other
don't
drama stuff,
I don't
but it wasn't
dislike.
David production.
Yeah, I don't dislike this. Like the Part 4 OPs. I'm just shocked that they did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was probably a cost saving thing.
I think it
Because
was.
I think it suits part 4.
Yeah,
yeah.
it does definitely.
The 3D
The 3D
lends itself
stuff
to really cinematic, really actiony
It suited
shots
the
like fucking
blocky.
Stand Proud and End of the World.
Mhm.
But part 4 is a lot more like, it feels different. It has more of a slice of life vibe. The
It's-
art style is a bit more
it-
anime typical.
Yeah, it suited the blocky character designs from parts 1 through 3. more than it would have suited characters like Koichi.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially once you get into like part 5 where everybody gets model body types.
That's
yeah.
And then when you get to like part 7 when it's just Twinkland.
Oh, that's one word for it.
I was looking at an image earlier of like comparisons of Araki's art through the parts. It's really amazing. It's like inspiring,
really,
actually.
Is it that one where that compares like the first panel of the protagonist
like
to the last
early
panel?
part 1, late part 1,
like early Josuke, early manga Josuke to like the last panel he's in is like a huge difference.
It's amazing
because it looks like he dropped like 100 fucking pounds.
Well, it gives me hope because like the art in like Steel Ball Run is amazing.
It is really good, yeah.
But for some reason, Gyro is there.
yeah.
The
image I was using, it used all the main JoJos from each part except for Johnny.
Oh yeah.
Jojo and fucking
Gyro's
Gyro
the real Jojo.
The real
Well,
JoJo,
actually, like Steel Ball Run was not supposed to be JoJo. It was.
Is that true though?
It is true. It was originally because between Stone Ocean and Steel Ball Run, it switched magazines. JoJo originally was published in Shonen Jump.
Weekly, right?
Weekly, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Steel Ball Run is in Shonen Sunday or something. It's like a seinen magazine. It's not actually a shonen magazine anymore. It's because
and now it's published monthly.
Yeah.
So now the chapters are longer and the art style has more detail to it.
Yeah.
I feel like it was always JoJo. It was just like JoJo in disguise for a little while.
Yeah, I think like Araki wanted to do something else, but they were like, no, JoJo makes money.
I had this debate. Hold on one second.
We've been fucking talking about this on Tumblr.
Earlier today on Tumblr, and it is true that it was originally not like published with the name JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but it's also true that the characters' names were Johnny fucking Joestar.
Yeah,
I feel like Zeppeli. Yeah,
I feel like in a way that it. I mean, obviously Araki has made things that are not JoJo, but I feel like if he were to make something that is not JoJo now, that it's such a huge franchise, it would not work as well because it's like how the guy who plays fucking Ichigo, like if you put him in any other role, you're just gonna say, hey, it's Mr. Kamen Rider because the role is so like.
I mean,
that's sort of sad.
I think what Part 7 was a hard reboot. I mean, it was a hard reboot, but I think he was trying to reboot it all the way back to like the Hamon days of 1 and 2, as opposed to the stand stuff. And then either he decided that he didn't want to do it without stands because he realized that the spin was only good for so long, like by itself. Like, oh, if Gyro is the only person who can use the spin, like, who's gonna stand up to that?
That's not necessarily true.
Well, yeah, there's probably more people, but I haven't gotten that far.
No spoilers. You're fucking talking about Steel Ball Run like you know.
Yeah.
You don't know shit. You just started it.
I did read
you know nothing.
I did read like 30 chapters today. Like
I'm proud
before
of you.
we
I'm
started.
really glad.
Yeah, Steel Ball Run is really good.
But I feel like he either added stands because he realized that I feel like he added stands because he realized he didn't want to do it without stands.
I feel like I feel like a lot of it too. Publishing companies also have a lot of say in
I think
what happens.
I think there was some. I think the reason that it started being branded JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like they tacked it back on, was probably because of publishing reasons.
Yeah.
But I don't think that
money.
I don't buy that Steel Ball Run was supposed to be its own thing, and then like he was pushed into it enough to like remake it because like again
it's always had the spirit of JoJo.
The character's name is fucking Joestar.
Yeah. Apple, do we have any goddamn questions?
Oh, no, we don't have a single question. Yeah, let's see.
This
first
is the
question.
Fresh Apple Questions podcast. We need to get to the questions.
So these, normally in our podcasts, I divvy the questions up by, type, like Toku, General, whatever. I didn't do that because these are all JoJo questions. But I sort of ordered them to group them together, sort of.
Okay. I trust your judgment.
You'll see later. Like there's a section of questions that are like all about stands and shit like that.
All right.
The first ones are pretty easy stuff. So here's the first one. I did put this first specifically. Oh, as usual, if I don't mention the name with the question, that means it's Anon. Who is sexier, Cars or Dio? Cars. It's
Cars.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Cars.
Unless we're talking about Steel Ball Run Dio.
Yeah, Diego is different.
Diego's really fucking sexy.
Oh, man.
The Twinkosaurus Rex.
Steel Ball Run really did a lot of good stuff for Dio's face.
Oh yeah, I think I realized this like slowly. The factor that makes him so much more attractive to me than everybody else in the manga. Yeah, no, he doesn't have colored lipstick.
Yeah, what is with
I like the lipstick.
I like the lipstick, but like, what is
somehow the lack of it makes Diego like incredibly gorgeous.
What is with the lipstick? Like, what was the idea behind that?
You're asking like about an integral part of Araki's style.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
An integral
Why
part
does
of his
everybody
style
wear
that he
green
just
lipstick?
picked up during part 7. There was no lipstick in fucking 6.
Yeah.
Jolene.
Oh, Jolene doesn't count.
I feel like Jolene actually wore lipstick, whereas on the other hand, Johnny and Gyro's lips are just blue and green.
They're just that color. Yeah. His teeth are gold, his lips are green.
So much of Jojo is focused around it is because it just is, because aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like, there's no actual
Also, color
reason.
doesn't exist.
I mean, color doesn't exist, especially when
color is fake.
Especially when you're talking about the anime.
Araki has actually said in interviews that he does not actually consider that there is any actual color scheme for any character.
Well, he really doesn't, because he changes it all the fucking time.
Yeah, it's actually...
Yeah.
He said, I can't remember exactly what he said, but he said, like, he has so many different ideas of what each character looks like in colors and stuff, so he just doesn't want to, like, box it in. Which is really fucking great if you're a fucking cosplayer, because you're
fucking great if you're an artist. You can bullshit as much as you want.
There's so many like even for characters who have a default outfit, there's still so many extras outfits, but based on like the covers and stuff.
Yes,
so you have a lot to work with.
I'm gonna be completely honest,
and that makes sense to me.
I've been cosplaying. I've been trying to cosplay Terrence for like, fucking. Yes, Terrence Darby from Part 3.
Terrence Darby from Part 3.
I have the fucking beehive wig in my closet. It's been there for like 3 weeks, 3 years. But
well, now you've told the world, and we're gonna hassle you until you finish it.
I'm gonna finish it eventually because I styled that fucking beehive, but I didn't have the actual right color of wig, so I was just like, hey, fuck it, I have a green wig. His hair is now green. So it's just like, who cares? It's Jojo. Any color is canon.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. Yeah.
If anybody fights you on it, you fucking steal their soul and put it in a poker chip.
No, not that one.
Wrong Darby.
Wrong Darby?
Wrong Darby.
No, Gamer Darby.
The Gamer Darby. Gamer Darby.
You fucking steal their soul and put it in a puppet.
Yeah.
That was so...
I like
that
he
pretty...
I like that he apparently like went through the trouble of making the little tiny Kakyoin doll and like sewing the little school uniform for it and everything.
Yeah.
Like how much work went into that?
Like, not that manifested with his stand or anything. Like, he had to make it personally.
Yeah. I sincerely believe that he actually like handmade all these little dolls because he wanted to impress Dio. But like he just,
I believe it.
Legit.
Like
anyway, it makes sense to me that fashion in JoJo is so like open ended because Araki fucking loves fashion.
He does love fashion. Fashion loves JoJo too.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the team up between Araki and Gucc'd?
Yeah.
Yeah. He actually.
Nice Gooch.
He actually. Araki actually teamed up with Gucc'd and did a huge thing where he drew Jolene in various Gucc'd signature items. And
Rohan was involved too. There was like a...
Yeah, he wrote a one-shot about a bag, Gucc'd bag.
Rohan Kishibe goes to Gucci.
Yeah,
Rohan's Gucci stand.
Yeah, the Gucci bag.
Rohan gets Gucc'd, it was called.
Oh my god.
No. There's already
enough
weird Rohan porn out there. We don't need to add any more.
It was called Rohan Gets Gucc'd.
Source? Ozu, source?
Yeah, Ozu, do you want to talk about...
I need links.
Ozu, how much JoJo porn do you own physically?
Not a lot, actually. I actually don't... I actually had to think about this. I don't actually no, I do own a little bit, but not a lot.
Okay, good.
I don't have any physical. It's all digital. digital copy.
That's lame.
Yep.
I do have Jojo dojins that are not porn.
Do you have the
Speaking
egg?
of dojins,
Do you have the egg
I
one?
think we have a dojin to talk about, you guys.
It's not the
I
egg,
do
no.
not. No, I do know
Do
somebody.
we have any questions about that dojin?
No, we don't have any questions about the fucking
It's
egg
beautiful. It's
Then we have to talk
Listen.
about it now.
listen.
Oh my
It
God.
We have to talk about it.
I'm sure it can come. I'm sure we can construe another question to talk about it.
Listen.
Okay.
There
didn't
there
count
is an
questions.
Jota appears in an actual anime. Clamp
Yeah.
actually put him in their anime
Yeah, I saw
because
that.
they
It's-
love
I
their
love
freaky
it.
gay egg baby that much.
I love him too. I love my son. I want more of him.
They're actually
I
going
want
to
to see
announce.
Jota again.
They're actually not going to announce part 5, but they're going to announce an OVA of that dojin.
Clamp in
I
Wonderland.
hope to God. Please,
Clamp
I
in
would be so
Wonderland.
happy.
It's a
Listen.
yeah,
Please, I want a Clamp and Jojo like team up. I want this so much.
Apparently, there was also like Sonic or something in that dojin.
Yeah,
like, it was,
Sonic
Yeah.
was on the cover.
Sonic was on the
The
cover.
cover
Cutie
was such a
Honey was-
weird
Cutie Honey
mashup.
was there.
eventually it's going to come.
Giant Robo was there.
It's going to come
Yeah.
out that they actually just stole somebody's fanfic and fucking put it in.
It
their
was probably
manga.
one of their fanfics.
Yeah.
This was
Clamp?
before Clamp was like super professional.
This was in the
This
90s.
This is like just like a bunch of gals
Yeah.
writing a dojin.
Yeah, jeez.
Clamp actually,
There's
if I
so
recall
many-
correctly, they did start as a dojin circle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Like,
and then in the
yeah.
stuff they're putting out, there's so many Jotakak XPs.
Have you any of you
Ridiculous.
listen?
Yeah.
Have you
they
guys
keep fucking ripping off Jotaro and Kakyoin.
fucking
Complete
The
fucking
manga
Wish
Wish is just the manga
fucking
Wish
wish is
is
just like
100% a ripoff. I love it so
it's
much.
like their weird AU Jotakak Jokak fan
Man,
fiction.
these ladies are fucking thirsty for Jotaka.
They really are. I salute them. Like, can
Yeah,
you
honestly, I can
imagine
respect
just
that.
like actually making
Hanging
money
on your
off
ship
of
for
writing
so many
AU
years.
fanfic?
Yeah. I'm proud of them.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's beautiful, is what it is.
The Clamp in Wonderland is also an Everybody Lives AU, and I can get behind
It
that.
is, yeah, it is
Yes.
that. Okay, next question.
Finally.
After reading
Wow.
JoJo, what is your definition of bizarre?
Um,
The good thing about that is like there was that post that went around that was like, in context, JoJo doesn't seem that weird because it's like it escalates itself so much that it's like, oh well, fucking this might as well happen.
every new development seems natural.
Like Bites the Dust is
compared to the
fucking
last one.
weird, but like in context, it's like, oh sure, whatever.
Yeah, makes total sense.
It's a bomb that blows up Rohan, and that makes time go backwards. Like,
Yeah, sure.
I
sure,
feel like-
whatever.
Just specifically Rohan.
But then if you're like,
Only Rohan.
but then if you're like, hey, in part 6, there's a stand that makes rainbows, and when people touch rainbows, they turn into snails. And the description of that stand indicates that it has something to do with like the primal origins of all life, like that we evolved from snails or something. That's what
That
it
did happen,
implies.
Yeah.
But if you read part
But if you read
6,
part 5,
it
part
sort
6,
it
it's
just
like, oh, it's
makes
just
sense.
Weather Report's secret ability.
Yeah.
No, actually, even that one was pretty weird in context. Like,
Yeah.
I really had
Yeah.
to stop and be like, what the fuck is... I thought
guess
the
I
I kind
snail...
of get it. Like, I
I
kind
thought
of
the
get it.
snail thing was in part 8, actually, so I didn't think... I wasn't ready for it.
I feel like
I
the
knew
snail
nothing
thing was
going in.
more of like, it was less of like humanity evolved from snails and more like he sees people as disgusting, horrible creatures, and that's why they.
Yeah.
But
But-
that was the
What was-
like
What was up with, like, fucking edgy Weather Report? Like, Shadow the
yeah.
Hedgehog?
Why
He
did
was
Weather
so
Report?
good.
What
Why
happened to
did that
Weather Report?
happen?
Why'd he become like that?
Yeah, why'd you do him like that?
I feel like part 6.
I love part 6, but I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many characters got just
Gooched.
jilted.
Like,
Yeah.
I love this new verb.
Okay.
Rest in fucking pieces.
If we're
Um,
talking about like,
FF.
if we're talking about how bizarre the JoJo's
Rest in
Bizarre
plankton.
Adventure can actually be,
Erin, get out.
has anybody read or know of George Joestar?
Oh my god, I was talking
No.
about this the
I
other day.
know of it.
That's the one
I've
where...
heard of
where
this, but I don't know anything.
Okay, that's the one where Poochie reboots the universe like 67 times, and
It's when there's-
Ultimate
there's-
Cars survive
Yeah.
because people who are still alive survived the next run. So Ultimate Cars survives like 60 times, so there's like 60 cars is in space.
No, there's like there's
What?
like 39.
Mars becomes an ultimate cars dealership.
There's 39 cars on Mars. They go to Mars.
That is
specifically.
almost enough cards.
yeah,
um,
Cars from Mars.
Yeah, and
Cars on Mars.
the Holy Corpse, like Jesus in Sorry, I realize I'm kind
of... No, I know about the Holy Corpse.
If you know about the Jesus thing, because you probably reached the point where they start gathering the corpse parts, right?
Yeah, I know about the Holy Corpse.
Okay, it's actually Dio in George.
Yeah, it's actually Dio.
What?
Jesus. It's actually revealed. Jesus is actually Dio.
Dio is the...
Dio is Jesus. I'd like to mention
that
George Joestar is like the most non-canon thing you could fucking imagine.
It is. It's also
who is George Joestar? What is this story?
George Joestar is Joseph's dad.
Yeah, it's like a light novel. It's not actually written by Araki either. It's written by...
Yeah, so that's why it's not canon.
It's
a mess.
It's like, it was released as part of the special 25th anniversary. So that was like when the anime first came out, they announced George Joestar, and everybody was like, oh, hey, it's probably going to be like a cute slice of life thing that focuses on like George and Lisa's life, and then it came out, and it was like, no.
What was it? What was it? I still don't know.
It's everything.
Giorno,
that tells me nothing. What was it?
It focuses on like...
For some reason, Giorno is there.
Yeah, Giorno survived
the
end of part 6, and then Rohan also survived because he was too busy making manga that he didn't notice the universe was resetting. Morio, listen, an actual part of this story is that Morio town sprouted legs.
Grows legs. Yeah, like the massive land that is Moriocho grew fucking legs and started walking.
Yeah.
What?
And just wanders around the ocean and stuff. And,
You know, given that my friend group that I live watched with was making jokes about friggin' ambulance being Morio's stand...
That's so funny.
That's actually plausible now.
I remember, before I knew the context for it, there was an ambulance in, like, the second episode of the Part 4 anime, and people were screen capping it, and I didn't understand.
The real hero of Part 4, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like George Joestar is like in a universe where after Pucci has reset the universe 36 times.
Accidentally is the key point in that. He did not try to reset the universe 37 times.
And it's just like...
How do you accidentally do that?
Imagine accidentally rebooting your computer
37 times.
Yeah, but Cars is actually a good guy too. Cars is like...
What?
Ultimate Universe Cars is has become a guardian of human life, and he just like... He's on Mars for some reason.
Holy shit.
36 versions of Cars become the ultimate life form and now live on Mars, and the Universe J Cars has become a guardian of human life.
So this is like an Ultraman origin story, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I think that's actually Orb's.
I think...
origin story.
Oh! It also says there was one rendition of Steel Ball Run, which resulted in the creation of the Funny Valentines. So George Joestar...
Oh yeah, isn't in George Joestar Funny Valentine has a son named Funnier?
Yes, he has a son named Funnier Valentine.
Daniel and the Cooler Daniel?
Yeah. And Jesus is Dio. That's
Jesus
important.
Dio, there's like an ultimate Jonathan who like is Jonathan with a stand. But yeah, also
I didn't know about that part.
The Part 5 guys are there, except instead of their stands being named after like music, they're named after like 90s movies and stuff. And also Sex Pistols is gay. But yeah,
well,
we knew that
already.
No, it's like...
Wait, you mean like gay with it? You mean like Sex Pistols is gay with itself?
Sex Pistols, it's like parody gay. It's like you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, is this thing
fucking
actually
what's
translated?
his name? Oren level gay. It's like Oren
yeah.
level gay from Gaim.
Is this thing actually translated? Like, can I go out and read this thing?
No, it's not. There was some parts that were translated, but it's not actually
too powerful for American audiences.
Yeah, that is absolutely forbidden knowledge. Like,
listen,
everybody who's ever tried to translate anything has died.
This book is pretty big. Like, it's a light novel, but I think it's like... I think it was something like 600 words.
I tried to read it once, and Dio came to my house and killed me.
Wow.
I know there was
I
like...
definitely have to get my hands on it now.
Yeah. There's a few light novels that are like non-canon.
There's a couple others. There's one for there might be two for
Yeah,
Fugo
there's
actually.
Purple Haze Feedback is actually translated. You can actually read Purple Haze Feedback
Because
it's
that one's kind of it kind of continues the story of part 5. Like it is post part 5.
It's basically Fugo's
And
redemption
Giorno,
arc.
Yeah, and Giorno is in it, right?
Yeah,
not
he's
a
the
lot,
boss.
But he's the boss now.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
he like basically it's basically Giorno
Giorno
giving
going to
Fugo
Fugo
a chance to redeem himself.
Hey shithead, I realize.
Yeah.
He goes
I realized we kind of forgot about you.
He goes to Fugo and he's like, "Hey shithead, remember when you didn't come with us?" Yeah, I still remember that too. I think what else was there light novels for? Well, there's not a light novel, but there's the Dead Man's Question that has Kira in it.
Oh yeah, I read that.
There's Over Heaven.
Over Heaven, yeah.
Over Heaven is basically
I haven't finished
the
Dead Man Question yet, but I will. I think I will now. Actually, I'm going to put part 7 on hold and finish.
It's pretty good.
Dead Man's Question. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. What I've read of it so far. I guess if you also want to talk about like non-canon like storylines, you can talk about Eyes Over Heaven.
Yeah.
The game.
Is it?
Eyes of Heaven, yeah.
Eyes of Heaven, whatever. Because that has like a story, like a fucking storyline.
Yeah, it does. Fucking Speedwagon comes to the future and grabs the Stardust Crusaders, and they go on a journey to get the Holy Corpse parts.
They go on another Stardust Crusade.
Yeah.
And they
Stardust
show up
Crusaders to Electric Boogaloo.
I like how they. I like how I've seen some of EOH, and they always show up like literally seconds after like a part ends.
Mm-hmm. I started watching that, but I stopped because I'm getting it for Christmas.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
like when they
I will
show
be
up
able
in
to
part
live
5.
you guys.
Like they show up in part 5, like right after they defeat,
instantly, after
instant,
the manga
like
ends.
seconds after they defeat King Crimson, and because like they had the conversation like, oh, let's go find Bruno. He's like, buddy, he's fucking dead.
Spoilers.
Sorry, that's spoilers too. Damn it.
Yeah, it starts like
Bruno.
seconds after like Bruno's ghost disappears.
Yeah, like buddy,
and
he's
then
fucking
Bruno
gone.
like appears again, and Giorno's like, "What the fuck?"
Because everyone else is like, "Oh, it's Bruno," and Giorno inside of like in his
Giorno's
mind, he's like,
the only one who knew that he was dead at that point.
Yeah.
Oh,
what an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. See,
and everybody meets the young Polnareff, and they're like, "Hey, you end up in a turtle later."
Hey, aren't you the turtle guy? And he's like, the what?
Don't get trapped in the turtle.
And then they're like, okay, we better not tell Polnareff about the turtle thing. And Narantia's
we probably shouldn't tell him about the unfortunate fate that Araki wrote for him. Why did he do that?
At least he got to live, motherfucker.
At least he got to whatever.
Piece of shit, asshole.
I'm more concerned about the fact that, like, what happened to the turtle?
I don't know. I guess
what happened to the turtle's soul?
Like conscious.
No,
because
Polnareff what happened to the
switched with the turtle, right? So essentially, so assumably the turtle was in his body
when he died. So I guess the turtle died.
No, because when that other character died, I'm not going to say the name this time. When that other character died in
the one body,
Giorno just went back to his body.
He could just do that voluntarily because his own body was now empty.
Turtles don't follow human rules.
Turtles don't have souls, I guess.
So when
turtles don't have souls.
Yeah, but when Polnareff went back to his body, like, because now he's inside, like, he's not the turtle, he's in the turtle now.
He didn't go back to his body. He only looks like he did because he's like a ghost of himself now.
He's a ghost now.
The turtle's stand can somehow constrain ghosts.
So the turtle is probably back in its own. Like the turtle is fine, and Polnareff is just inside Mr.
And it's
President.
just gonna live out the rest of its natural life, and then when it dies, Polnareff will finally fucking die.
Yeah, I get. Well, it doesn't matter now.
Wow.
It's not like that turtle died before the end of part 6.
Fuck,
Remember, like Araki thinks turtles live for like hundreds of years.
He does think that, doesn't he? But like, I mean, some turtles do, but not that size of turtle, buddy.
No.
It's not a fucking tortoise, man.
It's Araki. He's never seen a dog in his life. Like, what do we...
I've posted about this theory a lot, but I'm convinced that he doesn't think dogs are real animals. So he doesn't like. It doesn't matter how he draws, because he's like, oh, it's just like a made-up fantasy animal. So if I draw it,
doesn't matter how I draw a dragon.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how I draw a dragon, because dragons aren't real. He thinks that about dogs. He thinks dogs aren't real.
Oh my god.
I think he thinks dogs aren't real, because like he's drawn other animals. He draws cats fine. He draws birds fine. He
draws the horses.
He draws
horses. Yeah, he draws
fine,
the horses real well.
But even in part, like Koichi's dog was pretty normal looking, but there was still something kind of wrong with it.
There was one dog in
okay.
There was one dog in part 7, I think, that looked like not bad.
Like normal?
Like a normal dog, but
I like that, like, I love the art change that Iggy went through.
Yeah.
Because, like, when he started, he just looks like an ugly dog. But then he gets, like, he just slapped, like, a human face on a bat. He's got those big bat ears.
It's just this small,
Anime chihuahua.
gremlin with a man face, yeah.
Yes! He looks like a gremlin with paws.
Listen, I love it.
I love Gremlin Iggy.
I love
too.
Iggy. I love
with
all
that
Iggy.
With that face, I wouldn't be surprised if he talked for real. Like,
Yeah,
for
many
real
of
talk.
y'all-
I was surprised to find out that
he
Iggy
didn't?
doesn't talk.
Yeah, I was too,
Yeah.
because, like when I was
Like,
watching
he gets
part
inner monologue, so that's
when
not
I was
the same
watching
thing.
part 3, I was waiting, like, I kept waiting for Iggy to speak.
Me
some
too,
reason.
I was waiting for the
And
moment,
I, like,
the
messaged my
reveal.
friend, I'm like, dude, when does Iggy start talking? And he's like,
Have you
what?
guys read the manga of part 3?
No,
Because
I haven't.
he has internal monologues in the manga. He actually talks to himself. And
Well, he
they
does
he-
Well,
his,
yeah, he has
in
a
the Pet Shop
voiced,
arc.
like...
Yeah,
Yeah.
he talks.
Yeah,
I
he
haven't
has a
finished the
voiced
part 3.
narrative in
I
the
haven't
anime.
finished the anime. See,
Oh.
listen.
in the Pet Shop arc, he has his monologue, but only in
And it's
Pet Shop.
voiced, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
once the protagonist's seat gets, like during Vanilla Ice, he doesn't, like, have a monologue anymore.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
you're
it's
right.
because he's a dog. Dogs don't talk.
Yeah, but they could still.
But
give me
he
that.
clearly had, like, a
What if-
sapient thought process.
What if there was, like, a chapter of Steel Bar Run where it was just the horses?
I'd read it.
I would read it.
I just wonder why no one tried to, like, communicate with Iggy via
I mean, they.
telepathic stand bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Didn't he...
Oh, yeah, they can't do
yeah,
that.
Iggy, like, used the Fool to, like, make a copy of Dio, and that copy, like, didn't it speak to Vanilla
It did
Ice?
did
speak.
talk.
Yeah,
It
spoke.
did
Not only
talk.
did
Oh.
it speak, but it spoke in Dio's voice despite none of them having heard. Well, I
Yeah,
guess Polnareff
Iggy
heard
had
it,
never
but
even fucking
Iggy
seen
had
Dio.
never
How,
met
how did he replicate his shape?
how did he replicate his shape and
But
how did
more
he
to the
replicate his
point,
voice?
Iggy
to
could
the
The
point,
have-
same way that Kira was able to control air bullets.
to the point. To the, I
To-
mean, in
more
the
to
same
the point,
manner that
Iggy could
that
have done this at any time to communicate with the other guys.
he just didn't want to because he's an asshole.
Iggy's a dick.
Yeah.
Like, that's the main part of his character. He's a dick.
Yeah, Iggy's a dickie.
Iggy copied Dio in the same way that Kira's regular speaking voice is apparently the same speaking voice that the other guy, like the guy who he copied, uses.
Well, it's the same body, though. He only swapped their face and their
But his
hand.
voice is the same.
See,
Yeah. It's the
I think that I
same
feel
body.
like that's probably a
I mean, I think probably-
byproduct of Cinderella or whatever it was.
I mean, I assume probably like
Well,
in
I mean-
the reality of part 4 that he had a different voice, like it had a new voice.
Oh, why would he though? The only
Okay,
parts he
because
exchanged
if you're
with
pretending
Cinderella.
to be somebody else, Erin, you don't fucking sound like you. If
Yes,
you
I know,
walked
but what could he have done about that?
use Cinderella.
What? What?
The full
But-
extent of Cinderella's abilities was never really like actually.
Yeah,
Listen,
ripping
if
fucking
you
pieces.
if your fucking husband came home and he had a different voice, like ding ding ding, that's a fucking red bell.
Well, I think
Kira just,
Kosaku
like-
didn't talk much to begin with.
Maybe he
Maybe
should
he
fucking
just
talk
didn't
Yeah, I
to
think
talk.
Shinobu was more shocked that her husband was actually paying attention to her.
Yeah.
I have a better question
and that her
about
husband was
Kosaku
super
Kira.
fucking buff.
Yeah, I have a better question about
he's
Kosaku
gonna-
Kira.
His dick.
They're dicks,
No.
man. They're dicks.
Dicks. I know. Okay, that text post got popular, but I've been saying that shit way before that text post was written.
Are
Like
the
the
dicks
second
same?
the second that I first read the like
Sheer heart attack has no weaknesses.
yeah the first time. Do you know what's interesting about Sheer? Like, you know, most of the voice actors for Part 4 are the same with that they used in the game in like Eyes of Heaven and All Star Battle.
Yeah.
Like except for Josuke, I think everybody else is the same voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josuke doesn't sound like 50
Josuke-
tubas.
Yeah,
Josuke is Onoyuki in the anime. I'm not
yeah,
sure who plays
I
him
don't know
in
who
All-Star
played him in the
Battle.
game, but everybody else is the same. Just Koichi's pitched a little differently. But in a game, Sheer Heart Attack had its own voice.
Cool.
Yeah, like it had it wasn't Kira's voice coming out of Sheer Heart Attack. It was a different voice.
Do you think Kira
And that
had
was
to
the
like
case in
sit
the
down?
anime,
Do you
too.
think Kira had to like sit down with Killer Queen and record those lines?
And like teach it how to speak through Sheer Heart Attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
It had the different voice though in the anime too.
No,
it was not.
It was still Kira's voice. Sheer Heart Attack.
He did a good.
Sheer Heart Attack's
job
voice was still
sounding
Kira.
different.
I'm pretty sure it didn't. If it was a different voice, it was a new different voice from the anime from the game, because the game voice was like high pitched, like higher pitched.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, this was all kind of deep and angry. And
yeah.
I didn't actually
look over here.
Honestly, I didn't actually like All-Star Battle. Like I own it. I don't like playing it. It's not fun to play.
I don't like playing fighting games because I'm bad.
Yeah, that's gonna be an issue when I play Eyes of Heaven.
See, like I like 2D fighting games. I like Melty Blood and shit like that. But like, it's really clunky in terms of. It is pretty clunky.
Game. I've played a little bit of All-Star Battle. It's very clunky. Like it's very difficult to do things.
Do y'all know? Like, did y'all know Whole Horse's voice in All-Star Battle?
It's young Joseph.
It's Deneb.
It's young.
It's Deneb.
It's what?
Yeah.
Wasn't it one of the Oh no. One of the voices in the Stardust.
We need to talk about that.
I know that one of the voices in Stardust Crusaders, the anime, is actually Young Joseph from Heritage of the Future.
I did not know that.
I think because obviously everybody was really mad when
he got a new voice.
He got a new voice because they're like, why didn't the one from Heritage of the Future was really good, but like it came out in like the 90s or something.
Yeah.
Like the guy has probably aged, and like I think he voiced like Whole Horse or something. I can't remember, but
yeah. Well, like.
But yeah. I'm still mad. I'm still mad about All-Star Battle giving Giorno a new voice instead of Romy Park. Because
did you know? I think Giorno's voice in All-Star Battle is the same voice actor that does you from Persona 4.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Wait, there's a lot of crossover. Yosuke is.
Wait, Romy Park was. Giorno was Naoto in the old game.
Yeah, and she was Naoto.
Yeah.
And she's also Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist.
I mean, shit. Fucking old Joseph is Dojima.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never played Persona, but like.
Don't.
I actually bought and played the Part 5. I bought and played the Part 5 PS2 game because I own a Japanese PS2 because I'm a fucking weeb.
Where the fuck?
Nice.
Oh, that like really scary looking Part 5 game that gives me nightmares when I look at it.
It's beautiful. I played the entire thing from start to finish.
Scary.
And there's a really fucking horrifying cutscene at the end where, like, obviously this is this is spoilers for Part 5. So, like, spoiler warning: if you haven't finished Part 5, don't listen to me.
I think if you haven't, maybe. Oh, I should have said this at the beginning of the podcast. Whatever, it doesn't matter. There's JoJo spoilers in this fucking podcast.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's kind of hard to.
I think they figured that out by now.
It's kind of hard to avoid.
When we call
JoJo
it JoJo
spoilers.
fucking podcast, it's pretty cool. Like, you know what you're getting into.
Read the fucking manga.
It's been like 25 years. You had enough time.
I'll just put something in the description of the video. That's
there's JoJo spoilers.
We're talking about fucking JoJo spoilers in this bitch.
But like, there's like this horrifying. Don't post that. There's this horrifying cutscene at the end of the game where like Diavolo is in like Gold Experience Requiem Hell, and there's this like poorly rendered CGI child standing there, and she just has like this really blank smile on her face, and she's talking, and it's like horrifying.
That's awesome.
Unintentionally, like it's very like bad. It was like 2005 or something
like
that the game
Silent
came
Hill.
out. It's a fun game though. Like, it actually, like, I enjoyed playing that game.
It's a fighter, right?
No, it's more like a story. Like.
It's like an RPG.
It's like an RPG sort of. Not really. It's like there's different like. There are fights, but it's not like a fighter in the same vein as All-Star Battle. Like, it's very much more like an action game.
Like a beat 'em up.
Yeah, like a beat 'em up. Like there's things that you can do during like the levels to like
I've heard that there
gain
are like
bonus
puzzle
points.
elements.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, little puzzle elements, like you can punch the cars in the little feet thing and make them blow up. And there's things like there's certain levels where you have to like survive for a certain amount of time instead of like beating the enemy. Like when you first fight King Crimson as Bucciolati, you have to survive for 30 seconds, which is really fucking hard. But and then there's other ones where you have to like when you're fighting Green Day as Mista, you have to like constantly run to high ground, otherwise you lose health
die.
slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds really
like,
cool.
Mr.
It's really fun. Like it's a really fun adaptation.
Hold on.
The fucking fight against Jojo is fucking horrible, and I hate it though.
Oh no, Jojo's my favorite character. Or like my favorite enemy stand user.
Like I can't. I played this game back in 2010, but or 2011 actually, because it was my first year of college, second year of college. So, obviously my brain is not like completely like my memory
functional,
not super clear, but Jojo, like you can't actually do any damage to him unless he's standing in a certain position, because you have to hit him in the back of the neck.
Yeah, you have to get through White Album.
You have to get through White Album, so like he's completely impenetrable unless he's standing in a specific position, and you have to like bounce bullets off telephone poles and stuff, and it's fucking impossible.
That sounds awesome. Can't wait to watch this and not play it.
Yes.
It's one of those things that's really fucking hard to play because it's a Japanese PS2 game, so you need a Japanese fucking PS2, which I have because I'm a fucking loser.
Decode Japanese if you're not fluent.
I mean, yeah.
It's pretty easy, especially if you know the story of
what's going on in Part 5 already.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll be fucking reading the manga along with playing the game, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm the type of person who, like, I play Japanese video games that I barely understand for fucking fun because I'm fucking masochist. But I also apologize for my language.
No, don't even.
I tend to swear more when I get, like, really excited. And
we've been swearing up and down in this podcast. Just all the time. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah. But
y'all children cover your ears.
Parental advisory.
Yeah, I just like I know that my mom is in the house somehow, like listening, and she's just like she's swearing out there, isn't she? But yeah,
I hear y'all sinning from here.
Honestly, she fucking would. I'm like looking at the door right now to see if she's like standing in there giving me an evil eye.
I know this exact feeling.
Yeah. But
so
yeah.
Just to interject, this we're already almost at the hour mark.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
We've done like 2 questions.
No. That might not be true because I'm not sure how much time we fucking blew before we actually started.
Mine starts not long before the sync, and I'm at like 53 minutes.
Yeah, I'm at like 55.
It's fine because I mean, if this can go like 2 hours because
it's a special podcast.
That's right.
Yeah, this is a special podcast. Anyway, since we're on that topic, like I might consolidate some questions. Let's see.
All right.
Who's your favorite JoJo character that's not a main JoJo? Foo Fighters.
Abdul from Part 3.
I like Foo Fighters a lot.
Hermes.
Yeah.
Hermes is my wife. I'm gay for her.
She's a babe.
She is a babe.
Wing?
I'm thinking.
Think faster.
Oh, also Mista. Mista is my boyfriend. I love Mista so much.
Mista, your gun.
I love Mista.
Koichi?
Mr.
Yes, Koichi.
Good choice.
Yeah.
He's so small. He's pocket-sized.
My small son who makes the very loud noises.
The next question is that's the same question. Actually, I don't know why I kept that one in there. This one's specifically female character. It's still Foo Fighter. I guess it's Jolene actually. But
favorite female character?
Lisa.
Lucy.
Oh, she's from Part 7.
Yeah,
right?
She's really good.
I don't think I've met her yet.
She's really, really good.
She is really good.
Is she a main character?
Yeah, she becomes a main character.
Okay, good.
Honestly, I'm really fond of Trish.
Yeah, I like
I
Trish
love
too.
Trish.
Giorno
I
and
love
Trish are my
Trish.
favorite Part
Like,
5 characters.
I know a lot of people like think that Trish was not very well written, but I love her.
No,
I feel like she could have been utilized better, but I think overall she was really,
Trish
really
didn't
good.
really do anything until like 3/4 of the way into the fucking part.
Yeah.
But I love her. She's
But
great.
what she does do is really fucking good, and she just has a good relationship with the other characters. I love her.
She snaps a fucking airplane in half.
She did do that.
She sure does do that.
Oh, that was good.
Holy cow.
Like after she like opens up to the other characters,
Yeah,
Yeah.
after she gets
she
Spice
becomes
Girl,
a lot. She becomes really likable.
she really
very
comes out of her
fast.
shell.
I love her. I love her relationship with
She's my
Mista and
daughter.
Giorno.
Yeah.
Lucy and Trish,
like
my
her
pink
relationship
daughters.
with Giorno and Mista is one of the highlights of the part, certainly.
Yeah. I mean, I can go on about Part 5 forever, obviously, because I fucking love Part 5.
Wayne, favorite female character?
I said Lisa.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Also, Raimi from Part 4.
Oh yeah, Raimi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love Raimi.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad she got to be in the ending, especially. Like, I'm glad.
Man, she really shone.
She really fucking did it.
Yeah.
Another pink daughter.
She wasn't.
So many pink girls.
She wasn't pink in the manga, was she?
She was,
She, like,
I think
not
she
as
she
pink,
didn't
right?
have, or she didn't originally have
She didn't
pink
have
hair,
pink
but she
hair.
did wear a pink dress.
She
her
had,
hair
like-
was like brunette.
It was
right?
like grayish brown, like ashy brown.
I don't know why they.
I'm glad she has
changed-
pink hair in the manga.
I mean, they also
the
changed the
anime.
color of Koichi's uniform, which is interesting too. For
And his
real
hair
reason.
because he was blonde and then he was silver hair in the anime.
I think we've already
did they-
established that color does not exist
Color
in JoJo.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, why are we talking about
Why
this? Color is
did
fake.
they? But I mean, like, there are like basic, like, the default colors. Why did they change Kira's Bite the Dust hair to white? Because it sucks. It's ugly without the green.
I liked it as like
Okay, I'm going to blame Kira's hair for stealing the white from Rohan's last outfit.
Seriously.
yeah, like they got their notes mixed up.
Yeah,
Rohan's white outfit is now green.
That really feels like
Kira's
because that
green
outfit
hair
was
is now white.
super ugly.
Shitty free
They
Shivaka
really,
I love
Did
that
they
outfit.
include-
I do the avocado color.
they
scheme
really
has-
fucking gooched him.
Did they include his pink strawberry outfit? Where he has
I think
literally
they
like, the
gooched that
fucking
one, too.
strawberries.
I think they gooched that one.
I don't know.
God,
I love Rohan.
I
I
think they
hate
cut-
him, but I love him.
I hate him.
Yeah,
I still haven't
remember
read
his
any
like
of...
tsundere moment in the episode. That was so good.
Oh, if you want to talk
God.
about light novels, Rohan has like fucking 3 of them, right?
He actually
Yeah.
they're manga.
Wait, you've read some of the Rohan
They
stuff,
are-
right?
Wait, the Levine one is a manga?
All of them are. Wait, the Rohan at the Louvre is a manga.
Okay.
Rohan Goes to Gucci is a manga, and I know there's another one that is Rohan that's a manga, because Rohan
thought-
is.
Which one have you read, Wayne?
I've read. Oh god, there was Rohan in the Village of Millionaires,
Oh,
the confessional one that was also a manga.
There's
what was Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan?
That was...
Thus Spoke.
For,
That was a manga,
Yeah,
I
this-
think.
I think they're going to do an OVA of that one, aren't they?
God, I hope so.
I think...
they're doing
want
Millionaire
more Rohan.
Village. They're doing
I want
Millionaire
more
Village.
Rohan.
I think I remember hearing that the DVD release of the last set of DVDs for Part 4 is going to have Thus Spoke Sibe Rohan on
Thank God.
as an OVA.
They've been putting pieces of a code in each box set release,
Have they really?
What?
and you
you
have
making
to
that
put
up?
the code together to unlock the OVA.
Are you making that up?
What?
That is what I've heard.
Okay.
I
haven't
don't
heard
know.
that at
Honestly,
all.
at this point, like they could say anything about JoJo, and I'd be like, yeah, I believe it. Like that just sounds
Yeah.
like the kind
Yeah.
of thing that they would do.
That just sounds like the
Yeah.
kind of fucking consumerism bullshit that they would do anyway. Like
Yeah.
anyone would do. You have to buy all the fucking DVDs to unlock this OVA because people won't just put the goddamn code online.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had the confessional, Village of Millionaires, the one where he and Tonio go poaching fish.
What?
Oh yeah, that was the one. It was mentioned. So I've heard in that one that Rohan like moves in with Koichi.
Yeah, no, yeah, that definitely was
Doesn't
something.
he like
'cause
crash on
spent all his-
Koichi's couch?
He
Fucking money.
temporarily moves it with Koichi.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
because
he
Because he
Josuke,
bought a
Oh,
goddamn
Koichi.
mountain range.
Josuke burnt his fucking house down. Where else is he supposed to go?
No, because he used all of his money to buy mountains, like real mountains, like landscape.
He
Didn't
bought
he
mountains.
also like buy Gucci?
No, he bought mountains because he heard they were haunted, and they were gonna like build stuff
Wait,
on them.
really?
Yes, he heard they were haunted. People were going to build stuff on them, like land, like bulldoze the trees and stuff and build something there. And he's like, no, I want to like go to this place and research it for manga. So take all my money and
this is now Rohan.
These are my mountains now.
Holy shit!
Also, Koichi,
I fucking love Rohan.
I can't pay for my house right now. Can I move in with you for a little bit?
Yeah. Oh god, I love Rohan.
I've only read the Gucc'd one, and I've read At the Louvre.
I might read that one. Is that post part 4?
Rohan at the Louvre, yeah, it's actually you can actually buy it in English now, which was
I know. I've seen it on Amazon.
Listen, you all have no idea how big of a deal it is that you can actually buy Jojo in English now.
Okay, Grandma,
shut up.
Calm down.
Isn't there one Rohan that's pre part 4? That one like Rohan spinoff that's like pre part 4?
There's one that's during it. I think it's the confessional one because he talks about he went to I think it was Italy while the hiatus was going on for Pink Dark Boy.
Oh.
You mean the hiatus because Josuke beat the shit out of
him? The hiatus because Josuke did the best thing in the world and punched him in the face a lot.
Leave him alone.
He deserved it, okay?
He did deserve that one.
I mean,
like, he did.
Yeah.
Totally.
I love Rohan, but I would beat him up.
I like how I made that. I said this earlier.
I would beat him up and then I would kiss him.
Rohan's like only friends in the world are like a girl that died 15 years ago and a boy that he tried to murder once.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a girl who died 15 years ago saving his life and a 15-year-old that he tried to murder once.
Like,
yeah.
Rohan
and Koichi are best
man.
friends.
Yeah, he's a very sad. Yeah, he's just a sad and lonely man.
Yeah. He survived the world ending because he was so obsessed with work that he just didn't notice it was falling around apart around him.
Isn't he like Araki's favorite character?
He's actually Araki's self-insert.
Self-insert.
Yeah.
No. That's a misconception. Araki has said that he's like he said in interviews because people ask him that shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, are you anything like Rohan? He's like, no, I'm nothing like Rohan.
I feel like
he is his favorite character, isn't he?
I feel like Rohan is the antithesis of Araki.
Yeah.
I do feel like he's like Araki's like XB. Like Araki is like like he's not similar to him as a character, but he.
I mean, Araki did use him as like a mouthpiece like twice. Yeah. There was that scene that they cut from the manga where Joseph asks him why his
why his manga's not popular in America.
Put it in English, and he's
I guess they just have bad taste.
Because Westerners have bad fucking taste.
I'm so sad that didn't make it into the anime.
There were a lot of Rohan moments that got cut.
Yeah, like some of the best stuff.
Apparently, the anime really.
They really gooched him good.
Okay,
like
petition that we just
pretty badly
title this episode "We Gooched It."
We Gooched It.
Oh.
Now we have to figure out how to spell
Rohan
gooched.
Gets gooched.
Rohan gets gooched. That's
my new dojin.
Next question. What's your favorite and least favorite non-main character stands? This is why I said you guys need to like refamiliarize yourself with stands.
Fucking find that list of stands.
Favorite and non-favorite non-main character.
I couldn't pick a non-favorite because there are so many like ugly bad stands that suck.
Okay, if we're talking like in terms of powers, my favorite is fucking Limp Bizkit. Because it's the most fucking ridiculous thing that could ever happen.
Yeah, Limp Bizkit was pretty good.
Which one's Limp Bizkit?
Limp Bizkit is
fucking like invisible zombie alligator.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Limp Bizkit from part 6. Oh god, what a fucking thing.
That was
all the stands in part 6 were so fucking convoluted.
Yeah,
like
so
Dragon's
many of
Dream.
them. Dragon's Dream made no sense.
What was all the shit with Manhattan Transfer?
I
still don't know what was going on.
Well, like half of Manhattan Transfer's like half the fight with Manhattan Transfer
it's a fucking hallucination.
Was in Whitesnake's hallucination. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they never really properly fought Manhattan Transfer because
and then they were all like melting in real life.
That's Whitesnake too. That was Whitesnake too.
That was Whitesnake?
The melting thing is Whitesnake, yeah. Oh. He just never used that again because
Sky
I guess
High.
it's too conspicuous.
I guess I completely forgot.
Sky High. His stand was literally a fucking cryptid.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dragon's Dream was so convoluted that I like stopped.
That was weird.
Like that's when I like took
it was
a break
some
from
shit with Feng Shui.
Yeah.
Yeah. it was so convoluted and stupid. I like took a break from part 6 after that.
I feel like Araki like outdid himself in part 6 in terms of.
He really did, because every stand is just more fucking weird.
Yeah, he like tried to escalate.
By the time we got to like Underworld, I'm like, finally a regular stand. Jesus.
Yeah.
I actually really like Underworld though. I like his powers.
It was pretty good. Yeah.
I actually really liked Versace, or however the hell you pronounce his name.
Which one?
Dio's kid,
Versace.
the hot one.
Which
yeah,
one
of the Dio brats. Yeah.
The hot Dio one. The hot one. Dio has like a bunch of ugly kids and one hot one. That's not Giorno.
Yeah,
that's Giorno.
The hot one is Giorno.
That's you're thinking of Gold Experience.
No.
You're thinking of Gold Experience's ugly buzz cut or like bowl cut.
Versace is he had like blue hair. He was like
yeah, what was his stand?
His stand was Underworld.
Oh, that was his stand. Yeah. He was okay. He was pretty cool actually.
Like
he kind of just became irrelevant.
I feel like he could have been a lot better than he was, but I like actually really like that he
he's cool, but like yeah.
Favorite non-major character stand?
I really like Weather Report.
Mm-hmm.
Weather Report
is Weather Report not a main character?
What? Oh no, yeah, Weather Report.
Or are we just talking like outside the JoJos?
Let's say okay, I guess main character just counts as Weather Report. That's why I didn't mention it before.
Yeah, if we're just saying non-JoJo stands,
I'll tell you what my least favorite is. It's fucking Rolling Stones.
Oh yeah.
That's not my least favorite, but I hate Rolling Stones.
My least favorite stand is Cream.
Ugh.
Oh, your bias is strong there, but
I hate Cream.
Fuck off! I do hate Cream, not just because he's like my personal enemy who I have to destroy.
Oh, I really liked Enigma.
I feel like this is
Enigma's gonna be my favorite.
I feel like this is a good point to bring up that my my URL on Tumblr used to be Vanilla Ice's Thighs.
Really?
It was like several years ago. I was Vanilla Ice's Thighs.
Do you know what I just noticed?
What?
Isn't Geb from part 3 the same as fucking Aqua Necklace? Isn't that not the same thing?
It's very similar.
It's very similar.
Yeah, that is. Like,
stands is the same.
Yeah.
There's so many stands though. Honestly,
I mean, there's also Hanged Man is the same as Man of the Mirror.
Yeah.
He's literally the same.
Okay,
no,
but
Hangman is a bit...
except Hangman doesn't actually use a real mirror world because mirror worlds don't exist according to Kakyoin, but then apparently they do.
Did you know in Man of the Mirror's like page on the wiki it calls out Kakyoin about that?
You didn't have to do Kakyoin like that.
So, okay, to go back to Aqua Necklace and Gib for a moment, just imagine for a moment if during part 3...
I don't want to.
Let me lead up to my joke, jeez. Just imagine for a moment that they managed to get Gib inside a container and shake it up, and the same thing happened to Endul that happened to Angelo.
Awesome.
That was my favorite thing about early
that
part
was really
4.
good.
That was really funny.
I actually really like Red Hot Chili Pepper.
Red Hot Chili Pepper, was good.
It was fun. I liked his big dick.
I'm sure you did, Apple. I'm sure you did.
I really wish that was in the I wish his big fucking
chili pepper
thundercock was in the anime.
It's a chili pepper.
Like it's never brought up. It's never explained. He just has a huge dick.
That's because he looks like some imp thing.
He looks like a fucking sex chicken.
No, that's Magician's Red. Magician's Red is the sexy chicken.
Well, yeah, Magician's Red's the big sex chicken. I also really like Bad Company.
Bad Company was a really cool idea.
Bad Company was a really cool idea. And it's the same idea behind Harvest. Colony stands.
Mm-hmm.
I like colony stands.
If we're talking design wise.
Oh yeah, if we want to talk design wise.
Black Sabbath.
There's a lot. Black Sabbath is
Black
really
Sabbath
cool
is hot.
Looking. Well, that's not where I was going to go. But...
Next question: which stand would you fuck?
If we're talking design-wise, if we're talking design, in conjunction with the user, the best user stand conjunction is Trish and Spice Girl.
Yes, it's so great.
They were fucking color coded and everything, man.
They had the same pattern.
I like a lot. Well, that's a main character stand, but whatever. Does Silver Chariot count as a main character stand if I talk about it just in part 5? Yeah.
Unless you're specifically talking about Silver Chariot Requiem.
I would count Requiem.
Chariot. It's actually just called Chariot Requiem, not Silver
being silver,
Chariot.
I guess.
So he lost the silver part.
Yeah, he lost the silver when he gained the
he
freaky,
traded his silver for a
stuff.
hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I still haven't fucking decided.
Oh yeah, hurry up.
The Stray Cat.
It's Stray Cat is awesome.
I love Stray Cat.
Wait, isn't your favorite non-main character stand Apple? Isn't it Highway Star?
It is. I do really like Highway Star actually. I don't know why I like Highway Star so much, but he's really cool.
I like his user a lot. I like Yuya.
Face. I liked Yuya a lot more than I thought I would actually.
He grew on me.
Yuya's a good dude. I really wish.
Yeah, especially during like his moment during the
Enigma
arc
that was so good.
Really cool.
I really wish at the end of part 4 we'd get a thing where like Josuke and Koichi and Okuyasu and Yuya and Mikitaka could all been
a big team up
for like a
The
fight.
the boys. Do you like? Okay, they showed the Anglo Rock.
Angelo.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Angelo. They showed the Rock.
Yo, Angelo.
At the end, they did not show the Enigma book. Again, like that boy is just a book.
Ripping fucking to pieces. Yeah.
Close the book on him.
Yeah.
The funny thing about part 4 is that there's so much fucking merchandise of all these minor part 4 villains.
I know.
There's so many, like, Di Molte Bene has like so many statues of all these little minor part 4 villains. Like there's like 4 different statues of Enigma in different colors and his user in different colors.
Holy shit. Well, Enigma is a pretty good
design.
It's
just I think that's a testament to how good the designs were for part 4.
Yeah, there's like at least 2 different color schemes of Highway Star. There's so many part 4.
Is there a figure for Enigma? Because I've never seen one.
There is. It's a statue. Hang on.
Oh yeah, okay. I don't really look at statues. That's probably why. There's like 6,000 Killer Queen palettes, like color palettes out there.
Killer Queen.
Like for figures and stuff. There's so many. They're still making new ones.
Yeah.
Like that white one just came out.
Yeah, that one looks so good.
It looks really good, yeah.
Yeah, this is the I'm posting this in the chat obviously, but this is the Enigma this is the alternate color scheme for it that Di Molte Bene released. Yeah.
While I was just doing that.
Oh, that looks so good. It's like silver and gold. Oh, that looks so good.
Oops. Oh, that looks really good.
See,
I really like that.
I love Di Molte Bene. I actually have the sexy Shadow Dio figure. The one where his pants are undone and everything. I own it. It sits on my shelf.
I'm a fucking idiot. I forgot to mention one of my favorite my favorite stands. White Album. I love White Album.
Oh. White Album's cool. It's too bad his user was a fucking loser.
I love Giacho. Don't talk
bad
so
about
good.
him.
Giacho's really popular, actually.
Him.
He is really popular.
A lot of people like Giacho.
I like his glasses. I like that White Album has kitty ears. It's good.
It's so cute.
He does have kitty ears, doesn't he?
It's so
cute.
I love Giacho.
Yeah, he really does have those kitty ears.
Metallica is also adorable, but they're so cute.
Oh, Metallica! Okay. I just remembered what that is. Yeah, you're wrong.
Yeah, Metallica's
horrible. Metallica horrifies me. I can barely read that chapter.
I love that. I love the little faces they have.
I hate it so much. It reminds me of the things from Princess Mononoke.
I've never actually watched that.
You should. It's really good, except for those things.
I own it. I just haven't. I lost it. I just haven't seen it. But
if you could have one pre-existing stand that didn't belong to a JoJo or a main antagonist, what would it be? This is kind of the same question.
Have a stand? Well, the question is how useful could it be to me?
Which stand could you have that doesn't belong to a JoJo specific? It doesn't belong to a JoJo or a main villain. You couldn't have Star Platinum, but you could have Magician's Red. I would have Silver Chariot. I love Silver Chariot.
You just
I just like Silver Chariot.
You just look at him all day.
Yeah.
I would take Heaven's Door.
Actually, I would probably take. Oh, that's good. I would probably take the Hand, too.
Just erase whatever you don't like.
Well, you can just bring stuff to you.
I was thinking the evil take over the world option. You were thinking, get me that can of soda across the room.
Give me that can of fucking soda. Actually, if I wanted my stand to grab me shit, I would pick Harvest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you could definitely take advantage of Harvest. I would still take Heaven's Door because I think if you're creative enough, you could do anything with Heaven's Door.
You could take over the whole goddamn entire world.
I could blow up the whole goddamn world with this thing.
See, there's a lot of stands that are only good for like combat. I mean, that's the point of a stand, but like, there's no practical application for like Star Platinum.
Honestly, I would want Moody Blues because it would help with my horrible
Moody Blues
memory.
is really cool.
Oh, yeah. Moody Blues gets used like twice, but I still really liked it.
He really does.
Abakio is
or
like
maybe I would take Sex Pistols just so I can have some like little buddies.
Pistols. Yeah. Actually, Sticky Fingers is a really useful stand with beyond combat capabilities.
Yeah. I'll go with Enigma. I'll change my answer to Enigma because storing things in paper.
Oh.
Is awesome.
I guess that is pretty good. Yeah.
Because like the Enigma stipulation that somebody has to be afraid only works for things, but you can still put items in Enigma's paper.
Yeah, it only works for people. You can store whatever you want in there.
You don't have to use it for evil.
Yeah.
But, like there are some like what could you possibly use Killer Queen for except evil?
Yeah. Kira really got fucked there, huh?
Well, I guess you could be like a vigilante, blowing up the bad guys.
If you want to blow
get a job as a demolitionist.
There we go.
Yeah. Especially sheer heart attack. Like, what are you supposed to use that thing for if not for evil?
Yeah.
Or like.
So did like. No, never mind.
I want Rat actually, the little tiny, but like not. I don't want it scaled to me. I just want to be able to summon like a tiny cannon that I can't use.
Actually, does Foo Fighters count? Can I have Foo Fighters? Can she be my friend?
I think you would have. Yeah, can she be my friend? I think you would have to be Foo Fighters.
Yeah, I don't want
to be the plankton. I just want to make friends with the plankton.
Like Whitesnake is another example. What the fuck could you possibly use Whitesnake for if not for nefarious purposes? In what situation would you need to extract somebody's memories?
Yeah, well, I guess if you were like a cop or something,
I guess
it could be useful. I never said it was.
What about?
It's not like the arrows are like handing out stands and being like, "Hey, this will be useful." It's just completely fucking random.
Fucking Sea Moon is just a piss useless stand.
Sea Moon sucks.
Just an ugly piece of shit that does nothing but bad things.
Yeah.
That's the literal in between Pokemon stage.
Yeah,
actually, like Planet Waves. Planet Waves
nobody
just
likes
summons
in between
meteors.
Pokemon stages.
Yeah.
Not only does Planet Waves specifically only summon meteors, it summons meteors towards you.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you supposed to do with that?
What if I chose Mr. President for like a stand to be my stand?
Like
would I have to like put a key into my? Would I like have to put a key inside of my body in order to use it?
Yeah.
Or could I have a turtle?
Does anybody want like Heya?
No. Actually, wait. Heya is super ugly, but it's
super ugly.
Its power is to like make you incredibly lucky.
Yeah, but he also speaks.
Yeah,
words,
it might
like to you.
That might
so you'd have to hear that.
That might outweigh the benefits.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, honestly.
What about scary monsters? If you wanted to be a scaly.
Pearl Jam would be really cool.
Oh yeah,
Pearl Jam would be really useful if you. But I think you have to like. I think because Pearl Jam manifested because Tonio is like a cook.
Yeah.
So I think you would have to be like if you weren't already a good cook, Pearl Jam would probably be useless.
Yeah, Pearl Jam isn't gonna get any use when I'm making my fucking ramen with tuna.
It's explicitly stated that Pearl Jam's effects are amplified like by the quality of the food.
Oh yeah.
So if you put Pearl Jam in like shitty food, it wouldn't do anything.
Are you implying I'm a shitty cook, Apple?
Yes.
Oh.
Fucking rude. No, actually, it would be really cool. I like Pearl Jam.
It would be cool. Yeah, I do too.
Me too.
It's like it's better than like Foo Fighters, who literally just like shoves plankton into people to heal them, which also doesn't make sense.
Well, the best healing stand aside from Crazy Diamond is Cream Starter in Steel Ball Run.
Oh yes, Cream Starter is amazing. I love Cream Starter.
Cream Starter is really good.
I love Hot Pants.
Me too.
She's so.
Let's not talk about Hot Pants anymore, though. I don't want to spoil Apple.
Yeah.
Those pants sure are warm.
Favorite villain stand is the next question.
Killer Queen.
Yeah, I think it has to be Killer Queen for me too.
It's got to be Killer Queen.
Does anybody like King Crimson at all?
No.
I like
No.
making jokes about King Crimson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how ugly he is, and sometimes I wake up like screaming. Actually,
And there's a small sausage face on his head.
The reason King Crimson was defeated is because Gold Experience Requiem is fucking uglier than he is.
Okay, see, the thing about...
The real power, yeah.
The thing
The
about
math checks
King
out.
Crimson with the face on its head is it's literally 2 stands in one. It's because
Yeah,
Is it really? Is that what the deal was?
It's Diablo's
Well,
stand, and it's also Epitaph, which is the face on the head, is Doppio's stand. That's actually how they
because he
explained
has a
it.
split personality, so he's
Yeah.
got the 2-stand thing going on.
Oh.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Epitaph
actually
is
makes
actually a
sense,
completely
okay.
separate. Like it's on King
I mean,
Crimson.
it's
but-
Epitaph is explained as
so
like
which one? So the fucking like power to skip through time.
that's
Is that
only King
that's
Crimson.
Epitaph's power?
No, that's only
or-
King Crimson's power. Epitaph's
then what's
power
Epitaph's
is the
power?
power to see like perspective
Future
events.
trails. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like in Homestuck. Yeah.
Yeah, like in Homestuck.
yeah.
Or, like Epitaph is explained as like Diavolo giving part of his power to Doppio.
yeah.
Like here's part, like I can't give you all of King Crimson, but I can give you this specific aspect of King Crimson.
But do you think Diavolo was like lying to Doppio?
He was either lying or just explaining it in a way that would make more sense to Doppio without saying, "Hey Doppio, you stupid jackass, we're the same person."
Yeah, like I do think it was actually like the implication was that it was, you know,
It was this.
It
It
was-
was,
it was-
yeah,
yeah.
because King Crimson still has access to Epitaph's powers,
yeah, because
Yeah.
Diablo is the
So-
primary personality.
so it would imply that Epitaph is just a portion of like it's like as sheer heart attack is to Killer Queen, Epitaph is to King Crimson.
Yeah,
That makes sense to me.
yeah, that's what it.
It just so happens that it also like belongs to Doppio in a way.
Yes.
That makes sense to me. Sure.
Can we
if
also
you
talk
could give
about how
any-
the fact that
Oh.
like when Doppio takes off his sweater, he gets fucking ripped.
He gets fucking
Yeah.
ripped.
Yeah, like I
love
can
it.
buy the multiple personalities thing. It's like slightly psychologically inaccurate, but I can buy it. But the like
No,
they
when I-
explain it in the manga as, oh yeah, sometimes when people have dissociative identity disorder,
They get
the different
fucking
personalities
buff.
have different appearances.
They get
And I was
fucking
like, they just
ripped.
explain it that way. Like, yeah, this is a true thing.
It's just like Imagine possession.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Okay, next question. If you could
King
give
Crimson was the climax guy too. It
Yeah,
works.
if you
he
could
kept,
give
talking
any-
about his fucking climax.
if you could give any stand a requiem, what would it be? A Sex Pistols.
Wait, what was it?
Yeah,
if you
Sex
could give,
Pistols.
if you could give,
Give
if
any
you could give any stand a requiem version, what would it be?
Yeah,
Sex
I was
Pistols
gonna think
requiem.
about
Sex
that,
Pistols.
but I think that's Sex Pistols.
I think. Okay, actually, since we're talking about requiem, some people will be like, "Oh, Bites the Dust is Killer Queen Requiem." It's not.
It's not.
It's not because a requiem
effect
is
is
when the
similar, but
arrow
it's not.
pierces the stand. Like this was clearly explained in part 5,
Yeah,
like with no
Yeah.
ifs or buts about it.
Bites
A
the Dust.
fucking
Yeah.
requiem is explicitly when the arrow pierces a stand.
Bites the
Because
Dust.
Jonah
Yeah.
didn't fucking stab himself. He stabbed Gold Experience right in the tit. Okay.
Stab the
I
city.
feel like Bites the Dust was sort of like a prototype
Yeah.
for
Bites the
It was a
Dust was
pseudo
probably a
idea was
prototype
like-
for the concept, but Bites the
Yes,
Dust
that's what
is
I mean.
just Kira got stabbed by the arrow and he gained a new
that
ability.
is what I mean. I mean, it
'Cause
was
he's
like a
such a-
proto version of the concept.
Yeah, it was like a pseudo requiem. It wasn't an
Yeah.
actual
Mhm.
requiem. It was
That makes sense.
Kira
To me.
when I go on YouTube,
misunderstanding.
It was
in
just
one
a
of my-
dirge.
When I go
Yeah.
on my YouTube and I see a recommended video that's a 10-minute long video saying Killer Queen is a Requiem stand, it makes me mad. No,
That was
read
really
the
funny
fucking
way.
manga.
I didn't watch the video, so I guess I can't actually shit talk it, but
No, yeah.
Thank you for acknowledging my joke, Erin.
Yeah, sure.
Um,
How about Beach Boy Requiem?
Beach Boy Requiem. It's just like instead of okay, do you guys remember those commercials for like the fucking like rocket rod? It would
No.
like okay, it was
It sounds like something a Rotaros would say.
yeah, it's it was a thing for it's like a fishing rod meant for kids. It's like instead of like casting it like a normal thing, you like there's like a little like you put it inside the tube and then you fucking shoot it out. Like you pull
And
a
that's
trigger
what
and it
Beach Boy
shoots out,
Requiem
and that's
is.
Beach Boy Requiem.
Oh my god.
Like, I don't know, fucking Foo Fighters Requiem.
Foo Fighters
What would
Requiem.
Made-
Foo
what the
Fighters.
fuck
I worry that
What could Made in Heaven Requiem possibly be? Like, it just ends the universe.
that's the fucking Digimon Mari was talking about.
Yeah, Made in Heaven Requiem is just like so powerful that it literally collapses on itself, and it just like
Actually,
blinks out of existence.
Made in Heaven Requiem actually like would affect the real world.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
As we're reading the manga, the universe
God,
like
I hope
destroys
so.
itself.
Yeah.
God, I hope so.
Hey, yeah, Requiem. He just gets uglier. Actually, Dirty D's son, Dirt Cheap Requiem, he just gets bigger ears.
They grow longer and longer until they're just a concept. There's no actual.
Yeah.
You can't actually tell.
Purple
Yeah,
Requiem
ears
gets
actually-
useful.
The ears actually extend into other universes.
Yeah, the ears actually pierce alternate universes. That's the thing about that.
Grateful Dead Requiem. It just has more eyes.
It just has more eyes, yeah.
Oh, I love Grateful Dead. It's like one of my favorite stand designs.
It's such a fucked up thing.
I
It's
love it.
Wait,
It's
hold on,
beautiful.
wait. Does Grateful Dead count as a living thing? Because if so, then it survived the reset.
Well,
Wait, what?
If Grateful Dead
Grateful
counts as a
Dead?
living being,
Why
Then
would
it
it count as a
no,
living
because
being?
Prosciutto died.
yeah,
Pardon me.
but the stand is still there.
What?
No,
No, it's not.
Grateful Dead is.
Yes.
Stan died with prosciutto.
Oh no, I'm
And
thinking of.
everybody,
I'm
like-
sorry, I'm thinking of Big. Not
Yeah,
Grateful
no,
Dead.
no,
I'm
no,
thinking
B.I.G.
of Notorious
that
Big.
thing.
If Notorious Big counts as a living thing, then it survived the
Oh,
reset.
yeah.
Yeah.
It did survive. You're
It's
right.
still just floating
Holy
around
shit.
the ocean
It's
somewhere.
out there.
It's out there.
Out there.
Oh
Like-
my god.
Like, what if
Holy shit.
in like part 9, Notorious Big just like walks back in?
Got tired of eating things out in the ocean, comes back.
Yeah, he was hanging out with cars.
Yeah.
Like, if that, I don't know if stands count as living things, but if Notorious Big counts as a living thing, then it survived the reset.
God,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
just.
That's a terrifying prospect.
Jesus Christ.
Wing, you could participate in this conversation if you'd fucking read the manga.
Yeah, you.
Wow.
Read part 5.
Here's
It's
from
good.
Nebula.
Sure is nice here under the bus.
Sorry.
What is the practical difference between stands and personas?
Stands are better.
Well, yeah. The practical difference is that stands have unique abilities. Like, Crazy Diamond heals things. The hand has his thing.
And personas all share the same, like...
Personas are just really
powers.
fancy outlets for spell casting.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
Like, no stand or no persona has its own. Well, I guess there are probably exceptions to that, but for the most part, stands or personas don't have intricately unique abilities to themselves. They all pull from essentially the same resources, but every stand is unique in its own right. Plus,
Personas have that, and they just have more consistent design philosophy and a lot more obnoxious symbolism.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
I mean, you say that, remember the fucking tarot cards.
Yeah, well...
Araki was still.
Yeah, but
figuring
you
out
remember
his
trying to
groove.
figure out Araki's logic in stand design in regards to drawing things.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he's not
fucking
consistent.
What is
As
Araki's
an artist who wants to, like, make
philosophy?
stands, it's a struggle.
What is Araki's
His
philosophy in
philosophy
regard
is just
to
that shit looks
anything?
cool.
His philosophy
the
is fuck you.
I designed my own, like, stand pentagram around, Stone Ocean stands because...
Stoshin.
Yeah, Stone Ocean. Because of them, I can actually... Of all the parts, the ones in Stone Ocean have the most consistent
Yeah, Stone Ocean's
aesthetic to me.
aesthetic
Like
is
Stone
pretty
Free,
consistent.
Kiss, Weather Report, Diver Down, they all sort of
Yeah.
have the same...
There's
format.
there's somewhat of a unified like eye design in part 5. Everyone's got Hierophant Green's eyes. Like
Yeah.
Gold Experience has them, Spice Girl, Black Sabbath, Kraftwerk, Soft
Yeah.
Machine.
Oh, the headlight eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Babyface, Talking Head, even Big has them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
Kiss
there's a
and Weather Report, a bunch of the other ones
Yeah,
in Stone Ocean
Kiss
have
and
them as
Weather
well.
Report have those eyes too, and
I don't think they're in Steel Ball Run, though. I don't see them on this list. You know what's a good stand from Steel Ball Run?
what?
Civil War. That thing looks cool.
I think Dirty D Done Cheap, Dirt Cheap has Hierophant Green
Does it?
eyes.
Let me
I think
let
he
me-
does.
let me
I'm looking at a picture. I'm looking kind of a far away picture, but it looks like he does.
honestly,
The
like,
picture,
Sorry.
Silent Way kind of has those eyes.
Have you met Silent Way yet?
No, but I'm looking at a picture of him.
I can't wait.
Yeah, Silent Way is great.
Yeah, Silent Way does kind of have those
There's
eyes.
so little stands in Part 7 compared to like there's like 30 fucking thousand stands in Stone Ocean and
a lot of
Part 5.
Yeah. A lot of the stands in Part 7 don't have forms.
Show up.
Like like Tubular Bells and like Chocolate Disco and all that stuff. They don't
Sugar Mountain.
Sugar Mountain, yeah. Like they don't actually.
The most normal looking stand is like the most normal looking stand is it's done dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Tusk looks pretty normal.
Well, depending on
Tusk
which,
is kind of like
Tusk Act 4.
Tusk is kind of like animalistic. Like he's not like a human shaped boy.
he gets a. I'm not gonna say anymore, but
well, I know he has acts, but I thought his later acts still look kind of animalistic.
Yeah.
I don't know. He has legs.
Oh, well, that's all you need. Let's see what else.
Tell that to Johnny.
If you had
Ouch.
If you had a stand, would it be power, range, or automatic? We all remember what those mean, right?
Yeah.
Power, range, and automatic.
I've already designed my stand. I guess it's a power stand.
I guess mine is. Well, I have two stands. One's a power stand, and the other is. I guess. Robot Rock would be. Not Robot Rock. Fucking the other one.
Prime Time of Your Life.
Prime Time would be a range stand.
Mm-hmm.
His range is
that
like
makes sense to me.
50 meters or so. No, his range is like 25 meters. I don't remember. I don't have his information in front of me right now.
Robot Rock is a straight up power stand.
Yeah, Robot Rock is a power stand.
Wayne, what about yours?
Won't Get Fooled Again is a ranged stand.
Please tell us about Won't Get Fooled Again because I love it.
Oh, actually,
You're gonna have to wait for me to dig up the description.
Yeah, let's save that for the end.
I can find it for you right now.
No, let's save that for the end.
We'll save. Stand talk. Okay.
We'll save fan stand stuff at the end because I have to dig up my info too.
Yeah, I have too many fan stands. I have too many fan stands. I have like. Yeah.
Why? What song would you choose for the ending of Part 5, and why is it "Gangsta's Paradise"?
It's gotta be Gangsta's Paradise. Why would it be anything else?
Yeah, that would actually be pretty good. I have no idea what we all took guesses as to what this song would be in Part 4, and we were all wrong.
Smash
Did
Mouth.
anybody guess?
Did anybody guess Savage Garden?
No, but I think like
this was before my time.
Savage Garden is not popular. Like I
know.
Like it's popular depending on. It depends on where you live because it wasn't as popular in the States.
I hadn't heard of Savage Garden until that point.
I
used to listen.
I really like the song though.
I used to listen to that song all the fucking time when I was a kid, but then I live in fucking Canada, and there's like actually a pretty big difference between what is popular up here. But I think they were more like British, Australia, and Canada based, which depends on like they weren't as much of an Americanized band.
I always forget that Savage Garden wasn't a stand, but just a bird.
That's just the name of the bird.
Just a single bird.
I like that they like go out of their way to mention it in the narration.
Yeah,
and
they do call
this
bird
was
this bird. His
Savage
name
Garden.
is fucking Savage Garden. It's like
should have been Holly's stand.
Yeah, that would have been a great name for Holly's stand.
Actually, that would have been really good.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I'm so upset about Holly. She deserved so much better. She deserved a better stand.
Yeah.
Especially because that's never ever brought up again.
Yeah, it really isn't. Well, because her stand just stopped
can have a stand, but
existing.
The daughter of a Joestar can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's actually a great segue into the next topic.
Oh, good.
How do you think?
Love talking shit about Part 3. Yeah.
How do you think female characters are portrayed in such a male-dominated series? That's like a deep question, or like
that's kind of
the thing about Jojo that you have to think of in terms of female characters is the anime is airing now, but Jojo is old.
Yeah, Jojo's really
old as balls. It's old as steel balls.
And I've mentioned this before about Part 4. Like, what's her name? Love
Yuko.
Deluxe. Yeah, Yuko. Like, her like, yandere or whatever.
Yeah,
yandere.
Yeah, like that was not overdone back in fucking 1998 or whatever when Part 4 was written.
Yeah, like a lot of people like the way that the girls acted in Part 3. A lot of the female characters in Part 3 were.
It's very much
very bad. But
very bad. But
part 3 was also written in like the late
87.
87.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Not that not to excuse.
That doesn't excuse it.
Not to excuse it,
you
but
just
it does
gotta remember
explain
that
it.
stuff's gonna be dated.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about female characters, you'd have to talk about part 6.
Yeah,
I think Jolene. I mean, Jolene is definitely a female character written by a dude. Like that, you can tell.
I still think Araki put a lot of work into how he writes women
I think he
for
definitely
Stone Ocean.
Tried.
Like, I can see the improvement.
Yeah, as her character as she went on in, like as Stone Ocean went on, her characterization got a lot stronger.
Yeah,
and same with Hermes and Foo Fighter. Foo Fighter's characterization was always pretty strong, actually.
Foo Fighters is pretty great, but
yeah,
Araki has actually said that like while writing Stone Ocean, he's looked back on his previous manga. Well, actually, the first thing he wrote starring a female character was Gorgeous Irene back in the 80s. And he actually commented on how he was like so ashamed of it after writing Stone Ocean because he didn't understand how women worked back then or something. So like he is making an effort. I do think
you can really see the effort he put in. It's still not perfect, but I really appreciate how much work was put into writing the women in Stone Ocean.
Female characters, you can talk about the fact that whatever the fuck his name is, Diver Down guy used to not be a guy.
Yeah. Anasui was a girl, but they wanted a romance with Jolene, so they made it good.
Araki really wanted that romance. Sucked.
Yeah, I don't know if he wanted the romance or if like
something happened. There was
somebody did,
which sucks
something
because
happened behind the scenes.
Lady Anasui,
her design was fucking crazy.
She was hot.
She was super hot.
Like, she was so hot, but then it's just like no, not anymore.
I wonder if Diver Down's design changed.
That's
between
a good question.
genders, or if he had drawn Diver Down at that point.
I don't think Diver Down appeared at that point.
No, because Diver Down appeared like fucking 15 chapters later.
Yeah.
But I wonder if like he had sketched Diver Down, like if he had the design for Diver Down already and he changed it.
Well, let's say the girls in Steel Ball Run are really, really good.
That's
Lucy
good.
is incredible.
I haven't really met any of them yet.
Lucy is really great. Scarlet is kind of
like not a good person, but I think she was a good character.
I kind of like Scarlet is the president's
though.
bisexual wife. That's basically it's like she existed to be like kinky and bisexual.
Yeah, that was pretty.
It was pretty bad. It was like Lucy, sit on my face.
That was pretty uncomfortable when you remember that Lucy is like fucking 14.
Yeah, Lucy's 14 and Scarlet's just
There is a female Shan user in part 8, right?
Yeah,
there's a few.
Yasuho.
Yeah, but I mean, like a main character female Shan user.
I only know of Yasuho and Paisley Park.
Yeah, but I mean, like if you talk about female characters, like in part 3, what's her name, who had the outlet stand?
Mariah.
Yeah,
I love her.
Yes.
Mariah and what was her name, Midler, who literally did not have a design, so Araki had to design her for the video game because she didn't actually appear. Star boobs.
Yeah.
Star boobs.
Yeah. I love her.
I love her, but I'm just so confused by the star boobs.
They're good.
Let's see. I guess we're actually almost to the questions. I guess we had less questions than I remembered. Which JoJo villain is defeated the worst? Like, who had the worst? I guess worst mean like the least satisfying manner.
It's I guess Made in Heaven.
Well, I don't know.
I didn't feel happy about that.
I don't know what happened in that.
Yeah, me neither.
I think I might have to say King Crimson.
King Crimson felt like.
Okay, no. I'm gonna say fucking Made in Heaven. Yeah, Made in Heaven.
Made in Heaven, yeah.
I'm gonna say Made in Heaven. I don't know why I denied that for like 2 seconds. Yeah, Made in Heaven. I love part 6, but it sucks. It just like okay. I appreciate that. What's his name? Fucking Emporio.
Pucci?
Did shit.
Yeah, I'm proud of him.
Also,
my boy.
everyone else was literally dead.
Yeah.
Literally dead. Like, what's the fucking point?
Pucci won, but then...
I didn't want... Pucci won, but then he got his shit kicked in by fucking Weather Report. The stand, not the person.
Yeah, like Poochie won, but then he didn't, and it just felt
I have
really.
A question. Why have we been pronouncing it Poochie this whole time? We could obviously be saying pussy.
Pussy.
No.
Like I didn't read fucking 80 chapters of Stone Ocean to not watch fucking Jolene win.
Yeah.
I didn't read 80 chapters of Emporio's fucking story.
I told you this before, Apple, but I feel like the end is supposed to be bittersweet.
It is supposed to be bittersweet.
The original people are gone.
Maybe a little too bitter.
They've been sort of like reincarnated. Like I feel like we're supposed to believe that Irene and Jolene are the same. For all intents and purposes, the same person.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine, except that Foo Fighters isn't there, so who fucking cares?
Yeah. See, the thing. Yeah.
Just make Foo Fighters a person.
Yeah.
Like, just make her a human person.
I'm still hoping that she'll show up in one of the later parts. Like,
please God, bring back Foo Fighters.
Please bring
God,
it back, FF.
Like, it's just a very unsatisfying way to end. Like, not the like universe resets and everybody's like a new person now. That's fine, but like the way that it happened was not satisfying.
It just leaves you feeling like
because like the entire like lost. The fight in the ocean was like a desperate struggle and they lost.
That was fucking sad.
It was really sad.
It was
JoJo's
really upsetting. Jotaro,
he's dead.
Yeah,
he's dead. He died.
I mean, he's alive in the new universe.
Jotaro survived fighting. He survived Kira. He survived fucking Dio.
Yeah,
and
I was
he
saying
died.
Yeah, it's like
he was in part 6 for like 500 pages.
It's different because like I mean, I like Jolene obviously. Yeah. I care about the Stone Ocean characters, but if they had been the only ones
back,
to
like the veteran Jojo. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Jojo,
I generally don't get worked up about the end of Stone Ocean until I think about Jotaro, and I'm like, holy fucking shit! Everything he's been through led to this.
Yeah, it sucks.
Oh,
it's actually like if you,
sucks.
Fucking rough.
It makes a lot of things pointless in a way. Like,
it
doesn't. But like, especially it makes all of Ashini's like talk about like sacrificing himself completely pointless because he dies and everyone dies anyway. Like his diver down didn't help.
Yeah, diver down never did anything.
His diver down saved Jotaro for like 2 minutes.
Like the whole thing about Stone Ocean, the end of Stone Ocean is depressing, and it's like not a good kind of depressing.
Sucks.
It's just like really like you spent so much time rooting for these people, and then they're just dead.
I like.
I mean, you gotta just hang on to the hope that like, oh yeah, they're the same people. Then they're living happy
like after Foo Fighters died, I was mad, and then Weather Report died, and I was mad.
I kept holding out hope that
Ashini didn't die, and I got mad.
I actually like part of this probably came from the fact that I read Stone Ocean like several years ago, but I actually, unpopular opinion, I liked Adesui.
I don't hate him. I didn't hate him as much as I initially did, but he's still kind of annoying.
He sort of grew on me, but yeah,
I like the scene where he's like blabbering about wanting to marry Jolene.
Where the fuck is Mickey?
Jotaro's
like, are you fucking crazy?
Yeah.
He's like blabbering on about this shit, and Jotaro looks at him and is like, are you fucking insane right now?
Like Anasui tries to have this moment where he like asks Jotaro for Jolene's hand in marriage.
Like, do you realize we're gonna die?
What the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck are you saying to me?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
I like how in that speech he's like, I did murder my last girlfriend, and I admit that. Like,
but let me marry your daughter.
But Mr. Jotaro, please.
Yeah.
If we live.
Like,
Stone Ocean, God.
Stone Ocean is just, it's a thing. I actually had the pleasure of, I was not actually spoiled for Stone Ocean.
You didn't know about the reset?
I didn't know about the reset.
Oh,
that's
wow.
incredible.
See, like,
wow.
I read Stone Ocean as Steel Ball Run was still running.
Oh.
So, like,
man,
it was like, I didn't know about the reset. I knew that, like, there was an alternate, like, universe in Steel Ball Run but I didn't know.
The only thing I really didn't know about Stone Ocean was I didn't know what Made in Heaven did. Like, I knew that there was a reset, but I didn't know that I knew that Part 7 was in a new universe, but I didn't know that the
specifics of the reset.
I didn't know that the events of Part 6 would cause the reset.
Yeah.
Or that Made in Heaven would be the one to do it.
Yeah, that's what I didn't know about any of that.
I knew that Poochie did the reset, but I didn't know how.
like I like barely knew anything about part 6 going into part 6, but it was like I read part 6 after part 7 because
why? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but why?
I can't even remember why, but I read part 7 up to the point where it was still being scanlated, because it was still being scanlated because it hadn't finished actually fucking running then. It was in the final stretches, like,
dude,
it was in the final stretches, but
guys, there's a fucking stand user in part 6 named Gucc'd.
Yeah, he's one of Dio's sons.
Yeah, Gucc'd.
He's the ugly one.
Do you not remember Gucc'd?
He's the ugly one.
I remember his name.
He's Survivor.
Yeah, that awful stand.
I actually
read.
I started part 6 before I finished part 5 because the good scans ran out and it turned into like the Comic Sans scanlations.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter much.
No. It wasn't even that. It was that the source I was using was missing a huge chunk.
Oh.
Like it's where eventually they fixed it, but like I had to stop in the middle of the Metallica arc because the next page was like Green Day. Like it skipped all the rest of it and went straight to like Green Day.
Hey ladies.
I'm like,
we're an hour and 45 minutes in.
No, that's fine. We still have a little bit left to do. Well, we have a little bit.
This is a special podcast. We can go as long as we fucking want.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will talk about Jojo for days if you let me.
Listen, please, like, have mercy on me.
We do have three. We have 3 more questions.
Okay.
Regarding which from parts 1 to 6. Well, we can do all parts actually. What would you say is your favorite and least favorite parts?
My favorite is part 5, in case you hadn't noticed.
I did notice.
Everybody fucking knows. I love Stardust Crusaders. Everybody knows that. Move on.
Yeah.
I don't really have a least. Like, if I had to pick a least favorite, it would probably be 3 or 5, just for various small reasons.
Yeah, I don't really dislike any part.
I don't dislike. I guess I could say I dislike enough of part 6 to call it my least favorite.
Part 6 is more like, I feel like part 6
we've been
with
shit talking
everybody
Stone Ocean this whole time.
Part 6 is like a love-hate thing.
I still love part 6. It's just
the good parts were really good, and the bad parts were really, really bad. There are 3 things in Stone Ocean
that I didn't like, and that's Foo Fighters dying, Weather Report dying, and the whole ending. All of that.
Kind of big, important things, yeah.
Also, Sea Moon is so ugly. Just so fucking ugly.
Yeah.
Wing, opinion? Favorite part, least favorite?
I'm gonna go with Battle Tendency for favorite.
It's a good choice.
That's a good choice.
We haven't talked about Phantom Blood.
Yeah, we don't talk about.
At all.
Yeah, we've been talking mostly about stands.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about part 1 and 2 with another question that'll come up soon.
And least favorite, I'm gonna actually say Phantom Blood, but in the way of it's not a actual dislike thing. It's just
just not the favorite.
I haven't actually gone back and read.
It's
after watching the anime, so I know I'm missing a bunch of stuff.
I actually read part 1 after I watched the anime. You're not missing a whole lot. There's like a couple scenes that they skipped out. There's a scene. I made a post about this and it got pretty big. There's a scene where
humble brag.
Yeah. Where
is it the Dio stuff?
No, there's not a whole lot of Dio stuff you're missing. There's a scene where Jonathan's dad mentions how he came into possession of the mask.
Yeah, he does.
Oh.
But other than that, you're not missing a whole lot. He came into possession of the mask. He bought it at a fucking art auction.
Yeah.
Because he thought it wasn't ugly.
Yeah, he bought it as an art piece.
Mr. Joestar.
So he cursed his entire bloodline because of his shit taste in art.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And I know there's like some smaller stuff.
Yeah, there's a couple small things.
They censored some things.
There's some small things that you'll miss watching the anime, regardless. Especially in part 4, there's a lot of very small things that got changed or like left out in part 4.
Like half the bus conversation during
like
Highway Star.
That was Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Which was
really
just
fucking
Rohan being the most passive-aggressive shit.
They really gooched Rohan, didn't they? Like, Jesus.
Yeah, this is
somebody
gonna be
fucking
titled
hates
Rohan
Rohan
gets
at
gooched.
David Pro.
Every time they cut shit, it's always Rohan related.
Yeah.
I can't.
The thing about part 1 is that there's some stuff in part 1 that's really fucking gruesome that they censored for the anime.
Oh yeah,
like
that's
fucking
definitely
Danny.
True,
In the manga, you actually see Danny come out of the incinerator as he's still alive, and he dies in front of Jonathan.
Like, I do remember that.
It's
Holy
really
crap.
brutal. Like,
that's pretty nasty.
He actually
and
breaks
that was
out.
That was just kind of the standard trappings of such a manga back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, since it was Castlevania.
I mean, it was a show in manga, and then
Fist of the North Star.
Yeah, it's
Fist
very
of the North
heavily.
Star was friggin' gruesome.
It's very heavily inspired by that.
It was just Fist of the North Star AU.
Yeah, I mean, like, I love Phantom Blood. Phantom Blood is one of my favorite
I love Phantom Blood
parts.
so much.
I feel like the manga, it made it was more gruesome. It, like, held a bit more of an impact because it was more gruesome. Like, you got more of a sense for how much of a fucking dick Dio is. Because, like Dio's, like, even the anime, it's like, he's a fucking dick. But you read the manga, and it's like, he's a fucking dick. Holy shit. Like, he's just...
And like, part 1 is just iconic in a lot of ways. Like, the like, a lot of the spread pages especially.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, like, just the way that it's drawn, like, the angles and stuff is very iconic.
It like, see, the thing about part 1 is and
it's so short. Like,
I
it's
do
worth
think
reading.
I do think it's harder to get into it if you have no knowledge of JoJo. Like, I actually got...
I don't know.
Yeah, if you're looking forward to stands and stuff, you're gonna be a little disappointed with Phantom Blood.
Well, no, it's not that. Like, personally, I got through Phantom Blood and Battle Tendency. Like, I read them. Obviously, this was before the anime came out because I'm a fucking grandma.
My grandma.
But, like, I read them and it was like, okay, cool. And then, like, I read Stardust Crusaders and I got really fucking into JoJo. And then I went back and I reread Phantom Blood and Battle Tendency, and I enjoyed them so much more because I was so invested in JoJo by then that, like...
Yeah.
Like, I feel
went
like,
the opposite, actually. Like, the first time I experienced Crusaders, I wasn't super into... Like, I was so into part 2, I forgot to live blog it.
I got to...
My live blog for that is completely minimal because I just, like, marathon part 2 because I loved it so much.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of watching parts 1 and 2 with my buddy John when he was visiting. So I didn't live blog it at all. And we got to just watch episode after episode together. That was really fun.
I watched part 2 while I waited until it was all out and then I, like, marathon parts of it. But I watched part 2 in the hallway while I was waiting for class. And I was wearing contacts for the very first time. And I got to the part where Caesar died, and I was fucking crying, and my contact fell out, and I'm like looking for them on the ground while I'm trying not to cry.
When Erin got to
just looking for your contact, like Caesar.
Yeah, that was what I was doing.
What, Apple?
When Erin got to that episode, when she was watching the part 2 anime, I made her, like, tell me when she was going to get there so I could watch it again also.
Yeah. I was also drinking that night.
Because she didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I remember when it came out. I had no
idea.
I remember when it came out.
That was my favorite
everybody thing. Was, all of us were freaking out because I still followed a lot of JoJo blogs who were, like, from, like, 2010. And,
you think I was... Sorry, go on.
No. And, like, everybody was, like, freaking out and, like, posting about it the whole time because we're like, we're not ready to experience this. We're not ready to experience this in animation. Like, we already had to see it once.
To experience that, like, as seriously. A collective.
Like, yeah, like,
it was...
yeah.
Erin got so mad at me.
Yeah.
It's like, it's
y'all thought I was upset about Caesar. You should have fucking seen me at the end of part 3.
Oh my god.
Erin messaged me, like, after, like, just Kakioni died. Or no, just after just Abdul died. Abdul and Iggy died. It's like, well, probably no one else is gonna die. I'm like,
I was fucking devastated. I was inconsolable. I was
before
so
Kakyoin
fucking
died,
upset.
she's like, well, no one else is gonna die, right? I'm like,
I was like, Kakyoin's all I have left. I have to protect him.
Yeah, like
he's the only one left I care about.
Left, and I'm like, that's
wow,
unfortunate.
Yeah,
I'm like, wow.
I was so sure Kakyoin would live, and then and then I remember the moment exactly. There was like a moment where the narration says, and then Kakyoin started reminiscing about his past, and I was like, no.
The second that they started
death
doing
flag.
That, I'm like, he's fucking gone.
Don't do it.
Gone.
Save yourself.
When I first started reading part 3, this was back when I was friends with the horrible asshole who introduced me to Jojo. I hate him, but thanks. But
there's a shout out to that.
Yeah, that asshole. But
Merry Christmas, motherfucker.
But I told him, I was like, wow, I really like Kakyoin because this was right after his flesh bud thing was taken out. And
flesh,
yeah, and he was like, yeah, too bad he fucking dies.
What the fuck?
And I was
wow,
Jesus Christ!
I was like, fucking thanks. And
brutal.
Yeah, this was also the guy who's like, you can't read part 4 until I'm done reading part 4 because I want to read it before you. But
what the fuck?
Yeah, and then I read ahead of him, and he was like, I'm mad because you read part 4 ahead of me, and I introduced you to Jojo, so I should read it first. But
who cares?
What a tool.
Erin passed me Erin passed me in Jojo.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
Because you read all.
Erin slammed the throttle forward and broke it off.
You kept reading part 5. You read past me. Well, you're still technically past me.
Yep, I'm at the beginning of Jojo Lion.
Yeah.
Jojo Lion, whatever.
Where is the Jojo Lion at? Where's the lion?
Where's the Voltron crossover?
Yeah, that's actually the real antagonist of part 8. It's just a lion with a stand.
See,
and its stand is another lion.
The only fucking thing that I remember,
and I only read
a few chapters of Jojo Leon. The only really important thing that I've gleaned from about Jojo Leon is the fact that Josuke has 4 balls.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Yeah, he does do that.
I know that Josuke has no balls, and Soft and Wet is really good.
Hold on, I just like to I still have this list of stands open from the wiki, and I scrolled down to stuff that's from the novels, and I'm seeing Ultimate Cars' stand as fucking Sea Moon Ultimate Requiem.
Yeah,
what?
That is Cars'
absolutely
stand.
Horrifying.
Yeah,
God.
Yeah. See, George Joestar is
White Snake Ultimate. Made in Heaven Ultimate Requiem.
Wait a minute. Rear Window Funnier Valentine? That wasn't a joke?
No,
yeah, no.
Funnier Valentine is real?
I told you, I wasn't fucking joking.
It's real.
His name is actually Funnier Valentine.
Wait. Is Jonathan's stand the Passion like the Passion of the Christ?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Jonathan is
it's Hermit Purple.
Ultimate Jonathan is
He's like Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior.
No, he's like a compatriot to Ultimate Dio, who is Jesus.
What is Ultimate Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap?
Not even Jesus can make Hermit Purple cool.
Hey, fuck off. Hermit Purple's really cool.
Not even getting a Requiem would make Hermit Purple cool.
You are so wrong. Apple,
Hermit Purple Requiem would just grow legs and walk away.
Hermit Purple Requiem would just be amethyst.
Apple, you have to back me up. Ozu, somebody please agree with me that Hermit Purple's cool.
I like Hermit Purple.
I've said all the time that I've made a post about if Joseph had unlocked Hermit Purple in the middle of part 2, he would have just annihilated the Pillar Man.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. I like how he actually uses it for acrobatics and shit.
Yeah,
because
I give it a lot of credit.
It's his Indiana Jones whip.
If he can channel Hamon through Hermit Purple, he literally would have unlimited range.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the same. Well, because in the early part 3, Dio had Hermit Purple also.
Yes, that's actually
It's Jonathan.
It's Jonathan's stand.
So if Jonathan had Hermit Purple too, he would have just fucking annihilated Dio.
And then everything would have been saved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people speculated that the world's original intent, the original intention of the world was to be an amalgamation of all other stands.
Huh.
Like, the world was everyone. Like all the other Arcana stands.
Well,
I don't know. I feel like that's the moment of it's not that deep. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't find any source on that, and also that sounds fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Whole world.
But I think maybe like that Dia would be able to use everybody else's stands.
Like, so Dio is Mega Man.
Oh.
Yeah, so like if Hierophant Green tried to fight Dio, he would just summon his own Hierophant Green.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh wait, he's just Decade.
Oh
no.
This too is the fault of Dio Brando.
It was I, a passing through stand user.
Okay, two more questions. Blah 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 blah. What do you guys think is JoJo's biggest flaw, and what would you like to see explored in JoJo in the future?
Oh boy. I have thoughts.
Like, JoJo's biggest flaw overall is probably its pacing in some aspects.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Part 5 had a big pacing issue.
I agree with that.
It just because in Part 5 things kept happening always. There was no downtime in Part 5. There was rarely downtime in Part 5, and even when there was downtime, I feel like it wasn't utilized to its full extent to like develop the characters.
Yeah, like parts 3 and 4 were really good about character development, character interactions.
Part 3 had the same style as Part 5. Well, Part 5 had the same style as Part 3.
Well, they're both big gay road trips.
Yeah, but Part 3 had a less urgent tone to it, despite technically being more urgent.
Yeah.
And there was a lot more downtime between, like, in the beginning of arcs, sometimes even in the middle of arcs,
and just
for the characters
guys
to
hanging
interact
out,
with each
being
other.
dudes.
Like that scene in Strength when they make fun of fucking Kakioni for sunbathing in his goddamn uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Part 5 didn't really have that.
You don't really get
it's just
that
one thing
Part
after
5.
another, one battle after another, just over and over and
just
over again. It's so exhausting.
Yeah, Part 5 was kind of a real, like, slugfest to get through.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like there were
definitely moments in Part 5.
Yeah, there were some moments.
Like the body switching thing, like Trish and Mista. Trish making fun of Mista.
Was such.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of body switching, but it was such a nice change of pace that
it was fun.
Like the fact that I remember it so well because it really stood out to me because I was like, wow, these guys are really interacting with each other and like talking and being people.
It was literally in the middle of an arc and it dead stopped the pace.
It was so
refreshing.
It was enjoyable, yeah.
Yeah,
but the fact that it was so memorable means there was just none of that in the rest of the part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, I will always be a Part 5 fucker.
In Part 6, as Part 6 goes on and on, as it gets further on, and it suffers from the same issue. Like, the further you get into Part 6, the less downtime there is.
Yeah.
Part 6
is fine because that's usually what happens in a story.
Yeah.
But by the time they get, I don't know, even in Part 3, even like in the middle of Dio's arc, like in the middle of Dio's world, there was still downtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Kakioni had his whole flashback thing, and
yeah.
I guess there wasn't a whole lot, but
that's one of the things I didn't like about the Jailhouse Lock arc is because like a lot of it felt really like all this tension was going on, and then it goes back to the normal stuff going on.
It just went nowhere. It just ended.
Jailhouse Lock broke the tension in a bad way.
Yeah,
because it just dead stopped the plot from like in a point where I just wanted the plot to keep continuing.
Yeah. Also, I have a question about Stone Ocean. When the fuck did everybody leave the jail? Like, when did that happen?
Just kind of happened.
Did that just get skipped over, or did I miss it somehow?
Well, Jolene,
like, when did Weather Report and Anasui get out of the jail?
Yeah, they just kind of did. Like, no, they were like, it's time for us to leave the prison, and then the next scene they were out.
Yeah, I thought like I'd missed a chapter somehow. I genuinely don't remember how Jolene got out either.
Jolene, because it's so not important.
Like I think
in the plot, it's
thinking
just so
back
not
on
important.
it, I guess Jailhouse Lock was the one thing that was like stopping her, and once that was done, she could just leave whenever.
Because Poochie left the prison, like, because Poochie got the green baby. Yeah, Poochie got the green baby. So he was like, "All right, time to fuck out of this prison. I'm done here." And then Jolene was like, "All right, time for us to leave," and like, we're done here too. It's time to leave.
It's just so much
But I don't remember how they got out.
Yeah, in the early part, such a big deal is made about them getting out. Like, that's what she named her stand after. It's like, I'm gonna be free of this stone prison. And then it's just, it happens, and it's not a big deal.
Well, yeah, but then, like,
it was so unsatisfying.
When the stuff happens with Jojo, like, he loses his discs, and she's like, well, I need to stay in this prison because Poochie's here, too.
Yeah,
not
I
that
guess
she knows
that's
who
true.
Poochie is yet, but...
You're right.
She's the White Snake is in the prison, so this is where I need to stay because he probably has the discs still here in the prison.
That is a good point.
But once she's got the discs and Poochie gets the green baby, the prison thing is just over. But that's already like 3/4 of the way through this. Well, that's like a little over halfway, I guess.
No. I'm not saying I needed it to be like a huge deal, but it would have been nice if we'd seen the escape.
Yeah, I really just don't remember. Maybe it's just. I think if you'd shown the escape, it probably would have just broken the flow too much.
Maybe.
Because it's like it's time for us. It's time for a scene change.
I guess.
But yeah. A prison break usually isn't just a fucking scene change for most people.
Yeah.
It's kind of a big deal.
I feel like it should have been a bigger deal than it was.
Stone Ocean for me in general.
Breaks.
Yeah.
Stone Ocean for me in general, I find it just it was fun, but it was also just depressing to read.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
It was really depressing. Like,
bad things just kept happening.
Bad things kept happening, and there was never really like a reprieve. Like, there was a little, like, some cute little things that happened.
But Foo Fighters died, and there was no like upside to that.
There was nothing. Like,
Foo Fighters died protecting fucking Astony. Like, who fucking cares?
There was just like even like part 5, even like with all the depressing things that were happening, I didn't feel depressed. But like, I don't know, part 6, the end of part 6 we've talked about already, but it's
we've been shitting on part 6 this whole goddamn podcast.
You hit, because I just finished part 6 like last night, so once you hit like Made in Heaven, it's all downhill from there.
It all just sucks. Sad. Everything sucks all the time. I feel like the end was supposed to make you feel a little happier about it. Like, look, they're all happy now, but no, it's not the same people.
But where's Foo Fighters? So who fucking cares?
Where's Foo Fighters?
It was just, it made me very, very sad.
Question?
I can't even remember.
I'd be more broken up about it. I'd be more broken up about it if Steel Ball Run wasn't as awesome as it is.
Yeah.
It's easy for me to distract myself from the sadness of Stone Ocean by thinking about Steel Ball Run.
Yeah, I'm really excited about Steel Ball Run because it looks...
It's really good.
It's really a breath of fresh air after Stone Ocean.
What should be explored in future JoJo's? I don't really know.
I don't know.
Like, stands have been explored so thoroughly, but there's still more you can do with it.
Wing, you said you had some thoughts?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was the previous question, though. Issues is...
Oh, yeah.
You had thoughts about problems, but not about future stuff.
This is all the same question, so it's still relevant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Like, I have, like, a weird love-hate relationship with the puzzle combat thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it gets...
Stand battles get really cerebral.
That's my issue. That's another one of my big issues with Part 5. It's too puzzly.
It's so complicated. I just want to see some guys punch each other once in a while,
I liked White Album, but that was so grating to
On
read.
the other hand, it makes Part 5 a really fucking good video game.
Yeah. I've heard.
Like, I don't know.
I do like the puzzle stands a lot. It's very creative. But sometimes it's just excruciating.
I found Part 6 was the worst for that, in terms of stands being fucking confusing as hell.
One of the best moments of Steel Ball Run for me was when, like, Tusk just straight up punched a guy. I was like, yes! Holy shit, yes! I was so happy.
When in the Part 4 anime, like, the fight that they added in with Killer Queen, like, in the beginning of when Josuke first approaches Kira, like, the short, like, punch fight that Diamond and Killer Queen had that they added in. Like, that's the first time it's been, like, two stands, like, fighting each other, like, the whole goddamn time.
Yeah.
Because it's all, like...
A nice punch
Like, the last time I think two stands fought was, like, fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
Or, I mean, I guess...
Yeah,
there are merits to the new like stand style.
There's merit. There's plus and minus. I mean, like, Stardust Crusaders had an issue with everything, like, just
punch everything.
Just everything.
By the fourth or fifth stand battle, like, Araki realized that, like, he has to make it hard for Star Platinum to punch things, because Star Platinum is so strong that, like, if he punches things, it's game over.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, well, justice isn't something that can be punched. You know, like...
So suck it up.
Yeah.
Like, what was the one... Which one was the stand where, like, the guy... Like, if you hit him, Joseph got hurt too?
Lovers.
Oh, that was, Lovers. Dan.
Lovers was really good. I really loved that arc.
Dan of Steel.
But, like, Steely... Like,
Steely Dan the fuck man.
But, like,
we've had this conversation before, but I think part of what made part 3 so much fun for me was like how satisfying every like victory was.
And that was
every battle was really satisfying, even without the like cerebral puzzle shit.
And especially
even if it was
like,
just Star Platinum punching the shit out of a guy, it was still really satisfying because of the way it was set up.
Fucking Judgment was super satisfying.
Oh yeah.
Like the ending of that fight, and like the Anubis arc was really cool. Well, the ending was a little goofy, but like they kind of fumbled the ending a little bit. Like the first fight with Polnareff and Anubis was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
When he like shot the blade and stuff.
Yeah,
Terrence.
that was really good.
I love the arc with Terrence.
Yeah, it was really good.
The whole Pet Shop fight.
Pet Shop was fucking great.
Fucking crazy cool.
Oh yeah.
Because the Pet Shop fight was just a straight up fight.
Yeah.
Like, there was no gimmick to that one. They were just fighting each other.
Yeah.
And also like that fight was interesting because Iggy was never like the underdog in that fight. Like they were pretty even. Like I dare even say the Fool had like an advantage over Horus. The whole time. Because of its
just the Pet Shop had the advantage of flight.
Yeah, that was the only thing. That flight mechanic was the only thing that kept
Iggy won the fight by just biting the shit out of Pet Shop.
Winning the fight instantly.
That was really good.
And like the Cream fight was really good, because that was like there was no real like puzzle gimmick to that one, but it was just like a tense episode.
Yeah, as much as it like hurts me in my soul.
Yeah.
To even think about that arc, it was really good.
But like part 5 has a pretty good mix. Like Boy to Man was
Bastet was a really fucking good arc.
Puzzle. I love
that was such a good arc.
Yes, it was.
Like Highway Star was a puzzle, but it was also like an episode of Josuke like running around.
Oh yeah, that was just
how many times can one man crash a single motorcycle?
Yeah. Josuke Crazy Diamond just being.
What if Highway Star was named Little Feet instead?
Why are we doing this?
I've had it with you and your little feet.
It's Little Feet. It's spelled F-E-A-T.
Why do you say that?
No, it's not spelled Little Feet. It's spelled like foots. Like feet.
No, it's spelled F-E-A-T. It's named after a band called Little Feet.
All your information comes from like old scans and Duang, so I don't trust you.
Okay, the JJBA Wiki is not a proper source. I will not accept that. It's Little Feet. It's the band that it's named after is spelled Little Feet. F-E-A-T.
It's something made up.
Why is it called that?
We're gonna get sued by Little Feet.
I'm very passionate about Little Feet.
I want Little Feet to come to my house and kill me.
Oh my god.
I don't even remember what Little Feet did.
He made people small.
It shrank
that was
because it's Little
Aerosmith
Feet.
Fight.
I've had enough
The
of this guy and
Aerosmith
his
fights
little
were
feet.
weird. Like Clash.
Why was Highway Star even feet?
I don't know. Yeah, Clash and Talking Heads was
Weird.
pretty wild.
That arc was a little annoying.
Notorious B.I.G. was...
weird. Well, because Talking Head is literally a stand that genuinely, for real, its power is the miscommunication trope. So, obviously that got old pretty fucking fast.
Yeah.
For me personally, at least. Like, it didn't get as old as I thought it would, but like, halfway through the arc, I'm like, okay.
It wasn't a very long
can we
arc,
move
though.
on?
It was only like 2 chapters, if I recall correctly.
I think it was 4.
I thought it was. I know it was like really.
Well, because it's Talking Head and Clash.
Yeah.
I also like that. Something positive about Part 5. I really like the team up aspect, like Beach Boys and Grateful Dead, Oasis and Green Day.
The Assassins, I like
Talking Heads and Clash teamed up. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that there were multiple arcs where it was two stands working in conjunction with each other.
And even they even did that with the protagonists too, which is not as like Sticky Fingers and Gold Experience. I mean, it was usually something in Gold Experience. Yeah.
Sex Pistols and Gold Experience, or actually, wasn't there an arc with Sticky Fingers and Sex Pistols?
I think there was.
I think that was Beach Boys. I think that was Beach Boy and Grateful
Dead.
Dead.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
because one of the Sex Pistols was like hanging out with Bucciolati the whole time.
It was more like Bruno and
like
one or two of
I really liked
Pistols.
that arc because it was just Bruno for quite a while. So really one of the Sex Pistols was like acting as a narrator. That was pretty funny. He was doing the Speedwagon thing.
Yeah, he was speedwagoning it. I mean, and then that formula was kind of experimented with in Part 3 with Whole Horse and Hangman.
But they didn't really work together.
I mean,
that was more just Whole Horse sucking and needing to follow. Yeah. He teamed up with Boingo later.
Yeah, that's more of a shader example of it, of Whole Horse and Boingo.
Oh yeah, Whole Horse and Boingo were really good.
They actually had a lot of good Whole Horses.
Whole Horse had a really good dynamic.
I miss Whole Horse. Bring him back. Bring him back in Jojo.
Why is he not in Part 7?
Why is he not in every part?
Yeah.
Why wasn't he in Steel Ball Run? Fucking Abdul was in Steel Ball Run.
Yeah, why was Abdul in Steel Ball Run for 10 pages?
Stroheim.
He was there for
Stroheim is in Part 7, isn't he?
Stroheim's name was listed. Abdul was in Part 7 for 8 panels. And he got his shit kicked in by Jotaro.
Yeah.
I'm proud of him.
That's a big thing. Is
I'm glad I got to see him.
Yeah, I love Abdul. He's my platonic husband because I don't want to step on your territory.
Good, you fucking better not.
It is interesting that in Part 7 especially, there are major characters from the past that are just minor characters now.
It's just little
reimagined.
It's honestly little cameos.
Yeah, I was really happy to see Stroheim's name mentioned.
Yeah, I think he showed up very, very briefly.
There is art of him. I've seen it, but
yeah, he showed up
in the manga,
he has a design
very briefly.
But it's for one panel. It does make me
happy to think that the characters we loved in the previous parts are in some way still alive.
I mean, I think there are other Joestars that are mentioned at some point in the.
Holly is in Part
8.
Part 8, I think.
Yeah.
Is she really?
Yeah, Holly Joestar or Kujo.
Yeah, she's a fucking
Kujo
badass.
Star.
I haven't read Part 8 since 2011 though.
Yeah,
as
I'm
I've
not
said.
caught up.
I tried keeping up with it.
Catch up eventually.
Part 8 will be done by the time it's ready to be fucking animated.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it to be done because I did the thing with Steel Ball Run where I read it up until the scans were done.
Yeah.
And then I waited for it to finish, and then I went back to reading it again, and I was just like, I have no idea what the fuck is happening because I can't remember shit.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck does it mean about the bears? What's with the sign with the beware of bears? And then I'm just like, oh, it doesn't mean anything.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It's just a red herring. But
red bearing.
Red bearing. Fuck off.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the last question, and then we'll see if we feel like ending this. From time to time, Jojo changes its gimmick from there was the ripple, the stands, the spin is introduced in Part 7. If you were to have Jojo have a new gimmick in Part 9, what would it be?
Oh, that's
Is the spin?
I don't think.
Is the spin's not in Part 8? Is it at all?
I don't think so. It might be mentioned because Jojo Leon is explicitly
It is explicitly in the same canon, but it's
in
also
the same canon.
200 fucking years later.
Yeah.
I
Plus
feel like
the spin is
the spin was more of a reimagined ripple.
It was, but it eventually leads back into stands, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because ball breaker is like something has something to do with the spin.
Yeah,
right?
Tusk and ball breaker are like the sources of Johnny and Gyro's powers.
Yeah.
Or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I haven't met Tusk or ball breaker yet.
Yeah. Have you gotten to Scary Monster yet?
No, The only stand I've actually seen so far is Hey Ya, and he hasn't actually been named yet.
I
don't know if he's gonna be named. I don't care about him. He's ugly.
Yeah, Pokoloco's kind of just there.
Yeah, he doesn't really do anything.
I kind of like him. I'm glad he's there. He's fun. But
I like that, because up until that point, stands aren't mentioned, and then he's just there,
and there's no comment is made about it.
He's just is there, and Gyro's like, that guy's using some sort of fucked up power, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
He's never important.
And,
yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to think of gimmicks for Jojo because...
How can I possibly do Araki's job?
How can you possibly...
I think it'll still be stands.
I got a gimmick.
If there is a part 9,
What's up, Wayne?
A gimmick is the characters I like not dying.
Yeah. No fucking gimmick. Character death.
I think it'll still be
no more dead dogs.
Please.
Just don't draw dogs.
I think the gimmick really now is like what the main character's gimmick, like Soft and Wet's friction gimmick.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Oh god, I can't even remember what Soft and Wet does. I think
Soft and Wet could alter the
friction from items.
It could do that. That was just one application of Soft and Wet.
That's all I know.
Soft and Wet's power is to alter the properties of
he takes
anything.
Something,
it can take something, but that something can be very abstract.
Yeah, he took the sound out of the room or something.
Yeah, there's that panel. I remember that post. There was a panel where he breaks through a window, but he took the sound out of that.
It's really fucking cool. I love Soft and Wet.
He crashed through a window, but he stole the sound from the crash, so he goes through it silently.
Yeah. I didn't get very far in part 8, but
I'm really excited want to see just for Soft and Wet.
I want to read it, but I want to read it when it's done, so that I actually have a fucking idea of what's happening.
In 2030.
It sounds like Gold Experience, but even more trippy.
Soft and Wet is really trippy, but
I love its design.
I feel like Soft and Wet is kind of like the reimagining of Gold Experience in a way, in the same way that it feels like Stone Free is just Hierophant Green reimagined.
Well, Stone Free is like a combination of Star Platinum and...
If Star Platinum and Hierophant Green had an egg baby...
well, that already exists. That's Charmy Green.
Stone Free is literally like the canon Charmy Green.
Yeah.
It's true.
It is true. Stone Free.
Are we going to talk about that Dojin yet?
Child.
No, we're not.
Please, let's talk about Clamp and Wonderland.
Please let me talk about it. It's so good. I actually read that for the first time the other day.
We have to end the podcast on something.
Okay.
Didn't you say we would talk about our fan
do you want to
stands?
talk? I still don't have my information up. Do you have? Does anybody have their information up?
I don't actually have information written
I sent
up.
Wing the
brain.
link to her.
Hey, Erin, do you remember how we didn't finish designing Primetime?
Oh yeah, I had a half a design drawn out, and then we just forgot about it.
It was basically done. We just didn't finalize it.
No, I'm not happy with it. I don't like it.
Are you not? Well, then finish it.
Thanks. I need your fucking input, asshole.
Well, then ask me for my
Wow.
Yeah, we do need to finish Primetime.
Yeah. I feel like
if
we talk about our fan stands, we'll just read off the posts, and people can just read those anyway.
Yeah, I don't actually have any stuff made up for fan stands.
Yeah, I've made 2 fan stands.
I really just want Wing to talk about Won't Get Fooled Again.
Oh my
really
god.
Want that. Please talk about your stand.
Oh my god. So, I had some help from a buddy of mine named Sven who just made the stand off the whole idea of me making shitty jokes and puns all the time.
Oh, that's right, this one.
That's Wing's thing.
Yeah, I remember this one.
Yeah, the description goes, "Won't Get Fooled Again" is a long-range stand that increasingly agitates the target with a barrage of puns. However, each pun only agitates the target to a certain degree. To continue a barrage, the user must come up with increasingly elaborate wordplay to inflict more serious damage. It is powerful and has great potential, but it is slow and fragile.
I fucking love it. I love it so much.
Actually, on stands, like every antagonist stand has had time power or like some sort of time space manipulation. I guess Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap kind of breaks the time thing.
Oh yeah.
But with the universe, like there was the world. There was the world,
time,
obviously.
Space time.
Yeah, the world, obviously, and then Killer Queen had Bites at Dust, and Christ, fucking King Crimson, and then Made in Heaven, obviously.
Yeah.
But I get like I don't know if Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap means that pattern is over.
I feel like Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, it sort of expanded it because it's more of like a space-time thing.
Yeah, but so what I'm wondering is like
time doesn't really come into it though. It's about like parallel universes.
Say timeline.
When we find
maybe that maybe Wing.
In 25 years, when the actual real antagonist of Part 8 is actually
Araki
revealed,
will still look the same.
Yeah, I wonder if their stand will be time related or not.
I don't know. I feel like Araki probably knows where he's going with Part 8. I don't know if he like.
But when is he going to get there?
I feel like he's
what's going on? Is Jojo on hiatus or something?
No, it just takes forever. That shit's been going for like 5 fucking years.
It started in 2010.
What the fuck?
Or 2011? No, it started in 2011.
After the earthquake.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It started at the end. Because Steel Ball Run ended in May of 2011.
Yeah.
Very sad time.
I thought Jojo Leon started like 2 years ago.
No, it's been going since
2000. It started a little bit after
Steel Ball Run ended.
That 2011 earthquake in Japan.
Yeah.
Sweet
that's
Jesus.
why it's a plot point.
Yes.
Oh.
That's why it's a plot point. Yeah, that's exactly why it's a plot point.
Yeah, it's been running for a very long time.
For 5 fucking years because it's only put out once a month.
Yeah, that's kind of the issue with monthly publications. Is because JoJo was very much.
Because JoJo used to be weekly. And
it's used to be weekly.
There are pluses and minuses to monthly publication, and the minuses is that it takes 5 fucking years, and we still don't know who the main antagonist to the goddamn story is.
Especially because Araki is very used to weekly writing. Like you can tell.
Yeah, I don't know why he agreed to monthly.
I think it's because Sunday probably gives him a lot more freedom in terms of it's not aimed at a 12-year-old audience.
Probably, yeah.
Was JoJo ever aimed at 12-year-olds?
It's in Shonen Jump. It's in the same publication as like Bleach and Naruto.
Oh, I mean, I do not understand Japanese demographics.
Yeah.
It's a shonen manga. It's a shonen manga.
I guess so.
Especially the original, because it was just.
I wouldn't let a 12-year-old read this.
Well, yeah, I mean it's aimed at the teenage demographic.
Yeah, it's like 12 to 14, because it's in Shonen Jump, and Shonen Jump is like young teenage
I don't know.
boys.
I think Shonen Jump's demographic has kind of changed over the years. I mean,
yeah,
it is. Maybe.
But I mean, it's changed since JoJo's stopped being in Shonen Jump anyway.
Yeah,
that's true.
Like I think if JoJo switched back to Shonen Jump, it would still find a home there.
Yeah, I feel
with
like
the lineup that it's with.
I agree.
JoJo is like a really big part of the Shonen Jump brand. Like it's been with it for so long that once it switched to Sunday, like there was some creative freedom found there, but it's like Steel Ball Run is basically this point where the series made the switch from the genre of shonen to seinen, because Steel Ball Run is definitely a seinen manga. Yeah. Pardon me, I can't pronounce shit. I still call it manga.
And I think, and I think that's the direction he wanted to go, which is probably why he was okay with the switch.
It's grown a lot. JoJo is one of those things where I wouldn't say it grows with its audience, because like
it just grows with the fucking decade.
Yeah.
Like the first 2 parts were very much standard show and stuff.
And then it goes.
I mean, as standard as JoJo could be.
Yeah.
But, and then part 3 introduced stands, which was like game breaking.
Like I mean, like somebody brought up how like in part 1 part 1, Dio gets back at Jonathan by kissing his girlfriend. In part 6, it starts off with Jolene masturbating.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, it gets more mature, and it aims at a different demographic.
It aims at a different... I mean, like, compare Dio in part 1 where he's evil, but it's almost like a cartoonish sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm a vampire and I want to rule the world.
And I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever remember that Dio became a vampire too, so he wouldn't have to go to jail? Can you fucking imagine?
Part 4, which is just dead ass. There's a serial killer.
Yeah.
Like a serial murderer.
Yeah.
Right?
And then, like,
I love the change Dio went through. Like, think of him in Stone Ocean, just the way he is.
Stone?
In flashbacks.
Yeah, he is such an
gay.
asshole.
He's gay.
Yeah.
I hate his
like
fucking
gay
shoes.
philosophy with Poochie.
No.
Yeah.
Do you remember his shoes in Stone Ocean?
Yeah,
like,
fucking horrible.
Shoes? I hate
What, are
his
they worse than his...
them.
No, I'll show you.
His part 3
like,
shoes?
I think they might be the same shoes actually, but there's a panel in part 6 where Dio is hiding
in pointy-toe genie shoes.
Yeah,
they're beautiful.
There's a panel in part 6 where Dio is hiding in Poochie's church because he can't go out in the sunlight, and the only thing sticking out is his fucking stupid shoes.
Hold on, I got it.
Poochie saw those shoes and decided this is the kind of man that I want to follow.
Poochie saw those shoes and he's like, "Oh fuck, I'm gay."
Is this the Wizard of Oz?
I think when I got to this point, I like sent Apple a picture of the Wicked Witch's shoes under the house. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
I fucking love them. They're just
cartoon smoke poof of pulling his legs under.
I like
so
that. I really like Poochie's backstory because he meets Dio and then doesn't like fuck with him for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And then 10 years later, when his life is going badly, he's like, "I remember that gay man I met once."
I like that, like, Poochie specifically says that he loves Dio like he loves God, and yet he will, like, lounge shirtless in bed with him discussing fine art.
Yeah,
because that's a thing straight men do together.
God damn.
Poochie never mentioned this, but in the method of obtaining heaven, he actually had to suck Dio's dick.
Yeah.
That's a part of the process to
it was
obtain
right
heaven.
next to the fucking
implying that
Beatles part.
Implying that he would not suck Dio's dick.
Where did Dio come up with that shit anyway?
Yeah, what was up with the like I only remember the rhinoceros beetle part.
The plot, the subplot is Dio had a journal. Like he had a journal and he wrote down this intricate plan to create the ultimate stand.
It's implied that that's what he was doing in Egypt before the Joestar family came along.
Because
Jotaro along with fucking several women.
Yeah.
Jotaro found Dio's journal and read it, and then destroyed it, and that's why Poochie targets Jotaro because it's in his memory.
Yeah.
That was
So that kicks.
That was part of Jotaro and Polnareff's big gay adventures together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. And their big gay adventure.
To go back to where we were talking about the non-canon books,
the George Joestar stuff.
Yeah, the Over Heaven or whatever, the Dio one.
Oh yeah, Over Heaven is
It says something in it about that, all those words being possibly some kind of nursery rhyme that his mom sang
I read
to
that.
him.
I saw that.
You know,
post.
yeah, when I sing to my kids,
dubious states
I say
of canon there.
Rhinoceros beetle 17 fucking times in a row.
Over Heaven is basically just like Dio tragedy porn, basically.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah, I read a post on Tumblr that like summed it up, and it was like, "Wow, Dio is so fucking sad and cute. I love Dio."
It's like Dio uwu stuff.
I did like that post though. I want to
Dio apologists.
Yeah, it's Dio apologism.
Fucking guilty.
Honestly
really
though,
is.
I really fucking love the outfit he wears on the
Dio
cover.
That like Diego was like a less bad person.
Diego,
like not as. I mean, he doesn't try to like take over the fucking world as a vampire lizard man.
No, he's just kind of like a.
He's just kind of an asshole.
Yeah,
he's very self-centered.
He becomes a bigger deal later on, and I will say Diego's like eventual defeat is the most satisfying thing I've read in my entire life.
I was actually really sad about that because it was like
I would be interested to see like the difference in like childhood between Dio and Diego.
it actually does address that. It addresses.
You get to see Diego's childhood.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Does it address more of Johnny's? Because Johnny is supposed to.
Yes, it does.
Johnny is Jonathan, right? Like he's alt Jonathan.
Basically,
right?
But very different upbringing, though.
Very different upbringing, and the guy is not George Joestar. Like his father is very, very different.
Okay. Yeah. Well, because
same nature, different nurture.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, because like Jonathan's the point of Phantom Blood is to illustrate that their upbringings made them who they were.
Mm-hmm.
But both Dio and Jonathan, or that Dio was how he is in spite of his upbringing, like in spite of being loved by George Joestar, that he still turned out the way he is.
Yeah,
I feel like in a way
inherently the worst human being.
Yeah, I feel like in a way a lot of the reason why Diego is not as terrible
Dio
is because he didn't have that. Like he did not grow up with Johnny.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he didn't have that extra.
I feel like
he didn't have that person he needed to like be better than.
Because I almost feel like in part one that I think there was a post about this, but that Dio is supposed to represent, like Dio is supposed to be evil, despite like regardless of upbringing. Like Dio is just
being
a bad
surrounded
person.
by loving
like,
people.
Araki is just showing that Dio is a bad person. Just
Speedwagon literally says it. He says
he does. No, he does literally say it, and it's never disputed. Like Speedwagon's like Dio is like literally the worst human being ever alive, and nobody ever disputes that. Like it's not disputed in canon or like in a meta sense.
I guess we get to see a bit more of Dio, but we never really. He's just always a shitty person.
There's nothing to indicate that Dio is anything other than like self-serving.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diego is similar. Like
he does have a good like. He works with Hot Pants for a while.
Diego.
Yeah. Diego does. He's very.
He's
he
not
works
really
for
the
himself.
Antagonist of Steel Ball Run.
He's not because
he's
he's
just
not
like on his own side.
That is interesting.
Like,
I wonder if because like, did you guys know that Funny Valentine is the antagonist before you started Steel Ball Run?
No.
I knew that the president was involved somehow, but I didn't know he was the bad guy.
Did you know that the antagonist was not Diego?
No.
I didn't
So
know.
when you saw Diego, like, because when people saw Diego, I wonder if they immediately thought like this is it, right?
I thought that he was going to have a bigger part than he did. Like he does have a big part, but like Dio.
I sort of thought the opposite. Actually, I didn't really expect a whole lot out of Diego for some reason.
Really?
See, like Dio.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Dio is against Jonathan. Like that's the whole thing. It's a fight between Dio and Jonathan. Diego doesn't really care about Johnny all that much.
Yeah, that is interesting because like.
I think Johnny cares about Dio a lot more than vice versa.
Even in the parts that I've read so far, like Diego doesn't really give Johnny like a second glance, even when they're like neck and neck, racing.
Like I mean, like he does obviously.
Eventually, they do end up butting heads,
fighting,
but it's not
it's
not personal.
Yeah,
it's not
like,
personal.
He doesn't.
And
really...
I think that's again because they were they're separated people, not like how Dio and Jonathan were very much raised like brothers.
Wing, not having read Steel Ball Run, what are your thoughts?
I love that we've gone on for like almost 3 hours now.
It's not.
Yeah, it's been 2.5 hours.
Yeah, maybe we should cut this right here at the pass. Just kind of gooch this right up.
I'm sorry, Wing. You're not allowed to have.
Oh, you're good.
This is gonna be a really long podcast.
Yeah.
Spoilers! I didn't have any.
Rip in fucking peace.
Okay, so I guess we'll cut this.
I'm gonna have a long day.
I guess we'll just gooch this right now.
I love this.
I don't know. I think people will listen to this.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
it's like an hour longer than usual, but it's JoJo.
It's a special.
It's good
podcast.
fucking content, and it's not just us snipping at each other and making stupid sex jokes. We're actually discussing and having a thoughtful conversation.
Because you were right. When Erin and I were talking about this podcast originally, we planned to record this tonight, last night. You're watching this. You probably saw that I made that post asking for questions, and I reblogged it like 4 times. because I was afraid that we wouldn't have enough questions, but we barely touched on them, really.
Yeah, we just went off in our own direction.
I mean, we literally spent an hour, and we didn't even get to, like, who's your favorite fucking JoJo. Like, we were, like, an hour deep into this thing, and we hadn't hit the third question yet.
Yeah.
Did we even get to the point where it's like, who's your favorite JoJo? Did we even answer that?
Yeah, we answered that question. Let's answer it again.
No, actually, there was no question that said, who's your favorite JoJo? So we can end on that.
Okay, let's end on that.
Yeah, the question was, who's your favorite non-JoJo protagonist?
Yeah.
My favorite's Josuke.
My favorite's Jotaro.
Jonathan.
Yeah. Also,
Joseph.
I think there's one I skipped by accident. Most fuckable JoJo character. It's Jonathan.
No, hold up.
Wait, which
hold
Joseph?
Up. I need to think.
Old Joseph or young Joseph?
Most fuckable JoJo character? Just all of them?
Yeah, I guess.
If it's all characters, it's Hermes.
That's a good pose. Come on, Erin. TikTok.
Just say the Birdman already.
God damn it. Wayne, please say it for me.
Avdol?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Agreed, honestly.
My answer is Mariah, but whatever.
Would you not... What would you say... Put Diego on the list. Like, where's he on the fuck scale?
He's like second place.
Is Diego more... I think Diego is more fuckable than Dio. Just because the art style 100%. Is so much kinder to his face.
Diego is like a gorgeous angel. He's so fucking gorgeous.
The art style is really good to him. Especially. Like, I feel like of all the characters I've seen so far...
Like Gyro's hot in my opinion, except for the teeth,
he makes that
Diego
noise with
is
his mouth.
On another level.
Every
Diego
time he opens his mouth, I want to punch him in the face.
Listen, Gyro
Diego is just like on another plane.
Gyro deliberately goes out of his way every morning to style his facial hair into little squares on his face.
I hate it.
Like,
I fucking hate Gyro.
You can't want to fuck a guy like that.
What was the design philosophy behind that? Also, his teeth are gold and they have his name on them.
Have you seen?
Also, his hat has a bunch of slits in it.
Oh my god! Have you seen?
He has like shutter goggles.
Yeah, what
Apple,
is up with
the maximum fashion disaster?
Get those shutter goggles. Like, did those things survive the fucking reset and like end up in the 1800s?
Yeah, they're alive.
Apple, have you seen Weka Pipo?
No.
Let me just...
Not yet.
Maybe.
Yeah,
no,
so.
Pipo also has a really interesting design.
The
his fucking beard.
Where I stopped in Steel Bar Run today, they just finished like the first part of the race, and Gyro got a penalty for throwing his nutsack at the running man.
Okay, so this is another example of what were they thinking with this facial hair.
Yeah.
Isn't a... Oh my god.
It's not even...
Is that a Part 8 character?
That's Part 7.
Run.
Oh my god.
I would also...
You'll meet
for
he
terrible
and Gyro,
facial hair, I'd also bring up Ringo Road again.
If he and Gyro make out, they'd have a full facial hair, like a regular facial hair.
Oh my god.
Didn't you say that Funny Valentine gets like more attractive as he becomes more relevant?
Yeah,
he does. He starts off like really fat.
He starts off as this like fat bastard.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see that happen because I've seen what he looks like.
And then he gets sexier and sexier.
I don't know why that happened. I feel like there must be a reason, but I just forgot it.
I've seen his design from like the games, like All-Star Battle, and he looks like he does like in the end.
Yeah.
Like, end of the line, sexy
he
man.
starts. Here, let me find.
He looks like visual novel Donald Trump. Okay?
What if Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap was the kind of stand that like appeared on his body and it just gave him the fucking ears?
This is early. I don't know if you've seen him yet, but this is early. Funny Valentine.
I haven't met him yet.
Have we ended the podcast yet?
No.
Almost, but this is early
just
Funny
here
Valentine.
Linking images in the Discord. We need to end this shit.
Yeah, we do need to end this shit.
Pull the fucking trigger.
Yeah. Okay.
Pull the fucking trigger, Piglet.
This is like
Pull the triglet,
2 hours and 40 minutes. Thanks for listening. Oh my god, that's ugly.
Thank you so much for listening.
Cast.
You're
Let
wonderful.
us know if you liked it and if you want to see like more specialty podcasts in the future. We have a plan to do a Transformers one, but I don't know when that's going to get recorded.
How do I reserve my part?
I also wanted to do a video
We'll
game
consider
one.
you. You're on the waiting list.
No, you're not. Well, we already know who's going to be on it.
Do we?
No.
Okay.
I think there are people that I promised to put on it. I just need to remember who they were.
All right.
So,
well, wings in reserve, right?
Yeah. Thanks
We'll
for
talk for 3 hours about Brainstorm.
thanks for listening. Let us know if you like it.
Thanks for having us as guests. By the way,
Yes.
I really enjoyed
It was
this.
it was a pleasure.
Yeah, this was a
to
fun
have you.
one.
Yeah.
If I don't know, we could do another JoJo one, I guess, sometime.
Part 2.
Yeah.
I want, after everyone has consumed Eyes of Heaven proper in some
Oh
manner.
yeah, we should talk about
I want
that.
to do
Oh,
one of
yeah.
that because I
That'll
have
be
opinions.
soon. I'll get to play that pretty soon.
Yeah.
I'll have to
once I
look up a thing.
I'll probably consume Eyes of Heaven when I finish part 7.
I'm not putting myself through All-Star Battle gameplay again.
You don't need to just skip the gameplay.
It's
stuff.
different. It's
different. Yeah, it's different gameplay. It's
Yeah, it's a different
3D
game.
instead of 2D.
We need to end this podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Thanks for
yeah.
listening. I'm gonna hit.
Good night,
It's like
everybody.
Muso
Yeah,
without
Goodbye,
the
Merry
moose.
Christmas.
Don't date this fucking episode.
It's Christmas Eve.
It's Christmas Day now.
Oh
Happy
Yeah,
New
it is
Year.
Christmas Day.
1:36 a.m.
Okay, we're gonna end this now. Bye.